Hey man, it's Kevin Smith.
Hey, this is Jay Music.
Hey, I'm Scott Snyder.
I'm Cena Grace.
And you're listening
to the Absolute Geek.
The Absolute Geek.
Absolute Geek.
Absolute Geek Podcast.
Check it out, Snoogans.
Friday night in Phoenix. Woo! You're listening to the Absolute Geek Podcast.
Thank you, Darts. It definitely is Friday night in Phoenix. You're listening to the Absolute Geek Podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Corona Kyle.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Adonis. Hi.
Hey, welcome back, Adonis. Long time no see.
Yay! I'm back. Hey.
It's been a while.
It really has been. And I chose, I think, an appropriate day to come back. So why not?
Amen.
To celebrate your return, I'm going to take this expensive piece of toilet paper and just fan myself.
Oh, Lord. Please, don't look.
You must be rich.
Giving me
really
the vapors.
You know what the sad thing about this is? Is that Matt uses toilet paper still.
Hey.
Right? It's all about the
Me
adult
and everyone
wipes.
else, all right?
Adult wipes, my friend.
That's
Oh,
where
sure.
it's at.
No, sir. That's for the cleanup.
There's three things I will always talk to somebody about: cannabis, psychedelics, and adult wipes.
You do it wrong. You do. This is for the cleanup.
Get the fuck out of here. That shit's
The adult
smeared.
wipe is for the freshen up, all right?
Nah.
Keep it fresh. Maybe you're on a hot date, and it's a little bit sweaty, and you got a little bit of that butt smell. You can, roll it up like this and stick it up there and make a man pond, to block that swamp butt, or you just have a little wet wipe and you dab it up a little bit.
You come
and you smell.
prepared to do a man pond,
Or you just take a shower.
Hey,
so that your own stinky.
hey, dude,
Because you know your
listen,
butthole stinks.
No.
So
In
you're gonna
Phoenix,
stick toilet paper in your butthole so that you can finish your day.
we live in Phoenix, and you gotta always be ready. You
I
gotta always
never
be
stick
ready.
toilet paper
Hey.
on my ass ever. I don't care how fucking hot it is.
Back home in Florida, I was attacked constantly by swamp ass. When I moved to Phoenix, that was not the case. It's a dry heat. So you have dry stank ass. Okay? That's what it's about.
That's right.
It's called Gold Bond.
Grizzle Geek just nailed it. Paper for the heavy lifting, then wipes for the finish.
I don't know, wipes all the way through from beginning to end.
Oh
You
gosh.
get the aloe ones, and you're just good
But then
to go.
sometimes when your wipes are,
aloe.
you gotta be careful because your wipes can be a little bit too wet. You ever get that last wipe in the container and it's like really soaked in juice, and then it's just it's like swamp ass all over again. It could be even worse.
Nope,
it
it's
could just
refreshing.
escalate the problem.
It's like a cold glass of lemonade on a hot day.
Listen, you just gotta always, when you live in a hot climate like Arizona or
Just be prepared.
Florida, where it's 90 degrees with 90% humidity.
Yep.
You gotta always be ready for the swamp ass. That's why you gotta
Just carry those little
That's why-
travel-sized Gold Bonds around.
As of now, the Absolute Geek Podcast officially endorses the man pond. All right? Look at our store. We're gonna have the man pond up on the Absolute Geek stores this week.
1/3 of Absolute Geek is doing the man pond.
I bet
It's
you
gonna be
It's the
Graham.
guy who likes to put fucking paper up his ass.
Adonis wishes he had a man pond when he's in Florida sweating his ass off.
He never did. He never ever wants to stick toilet paper up his ass. I will speak for him right now and say he does not want to stick toilet paper in his butthole.
Well, like
I
Solo
does not
said,
want
tried to
to.
blow my
I know.
nose in a wipe. Doesn't work.
Matt is gonna be on the corner with Graham Ziplocs full of just two sheets of toilet paper rolled up so tight, and it's like, hey, I got what you need, homie. What's up?
I'm just gonna be that
Loosies.
guy
They're
when
loosies.
I'm gonna drive past Costco and when I see the long line of people waiting for toilet paper. I'm just gonna drive by and just be this guy, just doing this.
I got $2. I got $5 a roll. I got you. What you need? How many? We want extra soft. Do we want super strong? Like which one?
I got a little lube so it goes up my butthole better.
Be like that kid in England selling pumps of hand sanitizer for like 66 cents a piece.
Good for him. Fuck yeah, don't hate
I'm
the
just
hustle,
gonna rip,
man.
dude. I'm just gonna take some toilet paper. I'm gonna rip it one ply at a time. And be like, $100.
The trick is what you do is you rip a hole in the middle of it. So when you're done, you stick your finger through to make sure it's clean.
No,
And get that last little bit clean.
no, that's how you.
So
get
you don't
stank
think it's
finger.
clean? So
And
you
then
don't
you-
think toilet paper is cleaning your butt?
So then you take that little piece that you ripped, and that's how you clean out your fingernail when you're done.
Ugh.
Look at Brian's face. He's like,
That's only toilet paper, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you're doing too much.
No, sir. Look, you go toilet paper first, then the wipe. That way you're extra clean because there's nothing worse than going home with a hot woman and you're getting it on and you got skids in the undies. All right? This is double protection. All right?
You know what I don't understand?
No, hey.
I know this has been brought up by everybody and their mother about, but I know everybody's talking about freaking out on the toilet paper, but I never understood. We got fucking showers.
Dude,
Right?
showers and
Have you ever tried to push a turd down your drain? It doesn't work so well.
No, you're not shitting in showers.
Especially
dude.
when you shit on your shower head when you got the detachable one.
Yeah.
It sucks. It clogs all the little holes up, and then you're having to smack it. And it's
Yeah.
just- you got to like switch all the dials around so that it works.
I got one. You remember before there was the detachable showers?
Yeah.
How would you wash your ass? Or how would you let the water clean out your ass?
You get on your hands and you like handstand.
You handstand with your legs
No.
spread
It's
open.
tippy toes. It's tippy toes, and then you kind of got an arc.
butt towards faucet.
Yep.
And you spread
Tippy
feet,
toes.
Relax. You let it do its
Okay, you're right. You're right, Adonis. You're 100% right. But we don't have to deal with that anymore.
No.
Right? It's nice. So
Exactly.
then you go and get into a hotel that doesn't have a detachable one, and you're lost.
It's like, whoa, what year am I in? Like, is it
Yeah.
1987 or is this 2020? I thought we evolved.
My homie Oompa calls it the kickstand. It's the same thing. It's the same thing you do when you like clean, like dry your ass. Do you dry your ass after you? Like, how do you dry your ass? Do you kickstand that one foot kind of
Oh
up?
wait, dude! I just throw the towel around my buns and I go back and forth. What the fuck
And that
kind
gets
of
that gets the crack of your ass.
yeah? What the hell kind of fucking operation do you do to wipe your ass?
I
I'm
know.
kidding.
I turn the fan on high and spread the feet. That's pretty much it. I let it and dry and
You do
dry.
the Superman pose while you're doing it too.
Ha!
Yep. You know it's gonna be a good day now. You're blowing out
Today,
your air drying your asshole.
Oh, I love fucking Chad's comment, man.
We're nerds.
Dude, we're
haven't gone
nerds.
home
We
with
haven't
a-
gone home with a woman since cheerleaders accepted money for services.
Wow. So I'm not the only one.
Mike from Grizzly Geek says you should credit card that shit.
Hey, do you take Apple Pay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll the towel up so it's real tight. Yep, Grant. You go. It just
So act like you're about to do a rat tail, but dry your ass instead.
Yeah.
Bless his little heart, Lance Kirby, one of our listeners, showed me that on Amazon you can get a bidet that you can attach to your toilet that looks like a sprayer from a kitchen sink.
Fuck
Just
yeah,
spray that bad
Amazon.
boy out.
Amazon didn't tell me that. Uncle Joey told me that.
Dude, I've been wanting a bidet for a little bit, but I'm like scared because I don't want my daughter to think it's a water fountain. So, you know.
Well, I got something even worse, and I was gonna immediately say this without the preface because you did say your daughter, so it makes me feel weird about saying this. but I'm a little worried about bidets because of hemorrhoids.
What? Why?
Right? Because
Why?
it sprays, doesn't it spray?
It's
And
like,
it hits
gently.
yeah,
gently. Have you ever fucking how gently is sitting down and just sitting there? Like
First-
I've heard
Okay.
they're life changing. I've had some people that were just on vacation that had used them, and they swear by them now. She says they are life changing.
So it's essentially a sitting down version of the detachable shower hose, and it's much more gentle. It's not as abrasive.
And I want one that's got a fan that will also dry my butthole after it's done.
Exactly. There are a lot of options.
And then it sprays a scented apple cinnamon odor.
Gently doesn't do the job. That's right.
No, not for our diets.
No.
Not for them carne asada fries.
We got to turn this up to 10. I'm sorry. We got to turn it up to 10.
All right. Enough of the shit talk. Jeez.
Well, I mean,
Just remember, everybody, the towel
it's
doesn't
just
remember the
fitting,
next
like,
day.
The entire world is going to shit, so you might as well just talk about it for a little bit.
I mean,
fighting Corona one clean butthole at a time.
It's crazy. And then they're talking about, like, I saw some little thing on Twitter saying that, like, China shut down, like, large cities. And
look, right from the
I
mouth.
bought that from my parents.
Right from the mouth, from Travis, who lives in Japan. I have them in my place, and my butthole has never been cleaner. The bidet,
I gotta
man.
get one. I'm gonna get one.
So
Travis just fucking thank you, Travis, for your butthole recommendations.
So pay attention to Brian's Facebook and Instagram and social media, where he's going to be selling his next comic book to be able to fund his bidet. Go help Brian in his bidet fund.
Help me with my anything fund.
My eating dinner fund.
Yeah.
Hit that bidet fund, man.
They were talking about, like, China is basically, they're almost done with the Corona washover, and we're still sitting over here fighting over toilet paper. So it's like,
I'm waiting to hear the level of how many.
Yeah,
people
but you got to remember, they've been battling it since November.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
I'm
So
waiting to see how many people get fired for stealing toilet paper from work.
hey,
and if you did, please come on the show and tell us your story.
Yeah.
Hey, I was definitely in the bathroom like on Wednesday, just like
eyeballing it.
I wish I would have brought my book bag.
I was the type of person when I was working that I made sure I always shit twice a day at work just because I like to get paid while shitting.
Hey,
so
it equals up to a vacation after a year.
It does.
Only twice.
Kyle's done the math. The guy who doesn't like to shit in the
it works out
office
to about
does
40
math.
hours.
Yeah, with the iPhone.
Oh
With the
yeah.
iPhone.
You can't do number 2 without your eye.
Then he pulls out the measurement app and tries to measure it to see if he's got a record holder.
Oh man, I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that. I've been like, damn.
There's no shame here.
Okay, that
You should just go and like become like a cable guy and just see how many people's houses you can be like, can I use your bathroom, and just take a monster dump in and just keep a running tally of it.
My brother-in-law used to do that. He would he like, you know, it's the job sites are far and he'd have to do service work and stuff, and he would go, oh man, I hate to say this to you, but can I use your bathroom? And, you know, before he'd do like the service call. And most people, I'm sure they really wanted to say, fuck you. You fucking figure that shit out after you're done in my house. But they said that yes. And one time he says, you know, he went in there and he fucking sat down and he blew it up. Blew the fucking toilet up. He wipes it some more. Shit. And it's one of those low consumption toilets.
Oh.
He flushed it and it went clogged and it just started coming up. And coming up and coming up, and the water kept coming up. And he's like, no, stop. And he got right to the rim, and he just lightly put the fucking lid down.
And he bailed.
Walked out, did what he needed to do, and fucking left.
Dude, I hate going into the bathroom at work, and like you sit up there, it's empty, it's quiet. You're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have my time to shine by myself, peaceful mindset, meditation, shitting. It's great. You go in there and you lock the door and everything like that. You clean off the toilet.
It's your me time.
And you sit down and then it's warm. And you're just like, oh. I forgot that this is a public restroom. Oh, God. I hate it.
That's what you need to do is you need to learn, like I have, be able to hold it for up to a day.
Jesus, no.
So that you can make sure you get to home bowl.
No.
Because home bowl is the only bowl.
I do a bare minimum of 3 at work a day. You know, it's called a rest room, not a rush room. Okay. I go in there and I rest, I meditate. Like I said, I come back to my center, I lose a little bit of weight, and then I go back in and snack some more.
If I go to the bathroom at work, it's a dire emergency.
I got a quick.
That's not the problem anymore because you fucking work at home. Your house is your office.
Woohoo!
Welcome to the club, brother. I'll be right back, guys. We had a fucking time change that every other place in the country does, except us. What a fucking joke. So give me 15, 20 minutes. I'll be right back.
You enjoy. Work from home. Your office is now your bedroom.
No, it's my living room.
You're going to leave work sometime today, Kyle? I mean, you've just been sitting there all day.
No, I'm not going to leave work today. I probably won't leave work till tomorrow.
I know how bad the traffic jam was having to step over that pile of clothes this morning.
I did, dude. I tripped over my shoes. Dude, I actually woke up this morning. I was like, fuck. I had this dream like I was late, and I was in my dream. I was like running to work so I could get there. And I woke up and I started scrambling around. I was like, oh, fuck. And it was like, like an hour after I normally get up to go to work. Because my commute's an hour was.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. I started scrambling around. And by the time I got all ready and shit, and I came out and I was like, oh, fuck. That's right. I'm 2 more feet away from work. All I got to do is just turn my computer on. God damn it.
Then your coworker scrambled out to leave for school.
Yep. No, he actually woke up late and he didn't have to go to school. My coworker said, Dad, can I just stay home? Spring break next week anyway.
School's gonna be closed tomorrow for the coronavirus anyway, Dad.
Fuck it, it's already an hour after you should have been there.
You should have made him go. Nope, go to school. I'm at work.
I should have. I just got to be quiet because I'm at work.
Got another coworker sleeping on the job.
Oh,
2 other coworkers sleeping on the job.
They were. My wife and my daughter are each in their room sleeping.
Sleeping on the job. So look, he says 3 a day. What the fuck are you eating, Adonis?
Lots and lots of fibrous cookies. No, I mean, like, that's how it's always been. I don't know. I don't know. It's just real easy for me.
You're a pooper.
I poop. I poop, and therefore I am. So
everybody poops.
Yeah, no, like I eat breakfast, I eat lunch, I eat dinner, and then I have snacks in between, of course. And yeah, it's just regular. What's the regular amount of poop like when you're not at home or all day? Like, do people just poop once a day?
Twice?
I think we need to have a poll. How many times do you poop?
How many poops do you poop?
Let's start a poll. How many poops
do you
do you
2 or
poop?
3 times a day, or do you just have one award-winning one?
An award-winning poop.
How many times a day do you drop a 2-flush corn log?
Whoa, we're gonna need another one. Okay.
Hey, Corn, I'll see you tomorrow.
Jesus.
Oh, what's worse? I think what's like the worst poops are like night poops. When you wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, oh God, I gotta go. I hate night poops. That
has never happened to me.
Oh, good.
The worst is when you get in the shower and you're like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
I've gotta go. And you gotta get out all wet butt and
I hate shower poops. Like, I'm like, okay, I want to do this before I go.
You're right, it clogs up the drain. It's hard to get it all down.
Just spray it with hot water. It breaks it up.
You keep squirting at it, and then you act like you're shooting it.
That doesn't scare him. He's a dad. I bet you his kid's probably dropped a deuce in the tub before.
Before she did it the other day.
Yeah.
So that's just what that's what happens.
Then you got a decision to make.
Yeah. Oh, it's bubble time. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not a bubble.
It's a submarine, baby shark. Yay.
How did this baby Ruth get in here?
Oh no, baby shark.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got a decision to make at that point. Do you scrush it in or down the drain, or do you glove it up and pick it out?
So what I do is we have the like toddler tub and everything like that.
You fish it with a plastic bag like you're trying to get
No,
a fish
I
at
do
Walmart.
I do not touch it. I take her out, I put her in the regular tub, and then I just chuck that in the toilet where it's supposed to be, and then flush it, and then hose that thing with bleach, and then continue what I was doing with her. I turn on the shower and I put her butt, the standard tippy toe, cheek spread, clean that, hose that off, and then do the regular bath, and then we're all good. Everything's fine. Oh gosh, yeah.
I think a funny story. When I was like 12 or 13, my uncle took us out to on his boat, and we were in a bay. And so there's no bathroom. My buddy at the time was like, "I gotta go real bad. And so he swam I don't know, half a mile to this little island, and he couldn't make it. So he ended up coming back, and as he's swimming back, we're diving for clams, and he comes up, and there's his turd floating right next to him.
That's pretty
So
terrible.
funny.
That's pretty terrible.
The kid was a trip. My grandma told him one time that toe jam was edible, so he was trying to eat toe jam.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's so fucking. That's just mean.
Oh
That's
my
just
God.
flat out mean.
Do you remember Toe Jam and Earl?
Yep. Video game.
Yep. God. Oh, edible toe jam. Ew. Oh, come on.
So what else have you been up to, Kyle? Adonis has been up to anything interesting?
I think I need a new car
You too? Yeah.
because was it Tuesday, Matt?
I think so. Yeah.
Tuesday, I'm on the freeway. I fucking, the freeway backs up and everybody has to stop because it's fucking rush hour traffic. This is
Yep.
super pre-corona scare. It's 2 days ago. People were still going to work.
Yeah.
It's been Tuesday because it's been light traffic after that. But so I've stopped. I'm sitting there listening to listening to the radio, and fucking all of a sudden I hear and I fucking jerk forward, and I was like, "Oh, you got to be shitting me! You have to be fucking okay." That just didn't happen.
Oh
That
man.
just didn't happen.
Oh man.
And I was like, "Fuck! I just got rear-ended." So I looked in the rearview mirror and I sigh, and I pulled over. It's right on 7th Street, right before the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I pulled over, and this other car pulled over, and this other car pulled over.
Oh, it was a chain.
It was a chain.
Oh god.
So I got out. Dude in the middle car stays in his car. Dude in the third car got out. The dude in the third car goes, I need to go to the hospital. He jumped in his car and he took off. And I was like, oh, you fucking cocksucker. I was like, what do you mean? He just took off, and I was like, all right.
Wait, the words "I need to go to the hospital" really came out of his mouth.
Yeah, he said, I need to go to the hospital. And he fucking jumped back in his car and took off. He was gone. I was like, So the dude takes off, and then the other dude, I walk to the other dude's car. Actually, he rolls his window down, and
First threesome Kyle ever had.
and I was like, he's like, I called the cops, and I was like, all right, cool. He's like, I got his license plate. I was like, all right, right on, man. Fucking like 25 minutes later, the fucking cops show up. So I'm sitting on the side of
as you have
I-10
everyone
and
cussing you out because you're probably holding up traffic, huh?
dude, everybody's flying past me, dude. I was fucking a little bit nervous. Finally, the highway patrol shows up, dude, and he's like, are you guys hurt? And we're like, nah, we're all right. My back, my neck, on my back.
Yep.
And then
Automatically. That's like the Arizona standard.
yeah. And then he's like, just pull around the corner. There's a parking lot. And I was like, all right. So we pulled in, we looked at it, looked
You
at my
get
car.
robbed.
Yeah. The cop robbed me and he left.
Still pulling up. You get robbed real quick.
But so he's like, all right, it'll take about 20 minutes to do the paperwork.
On top of that, jeez.
Yeah, and I was like, all right. And I was kind of like, why the fuck is it going to take 20 minutes? He's like, I got to input information in the computer. And I was like, what? My name and my phone number?
My license plate number?
Well, he's got to make sure you don't have any warrants and,
Yeah, he's got to, that's because like before we left to park, he took my driver's license and he took the dude that hit me's driver's license and he kept him. And he didn't give him back until after when we got our paperwork.
Wait, he got the dude that hit you's driver's license?
No. Yes, so there's a dude that hit me and there was a dude that hit him that made him hit me. So that's why there's 3 cars. So the dude that hit me stayed, but the dude that caused the accident.
Oh, he's the one that's like, I gotta go to the hospital.
He's the guy that had to go to the hospital.
Okay.
He took off.
That would have been great if he said he had to return some videotapes.
Oh, I gotta rearrange my stock drawer. And so like the cop's like, okay, we got the license plate. And the cop's like, cool. We're looking at dude in the middle. His car's fucked. Don't buy a Chrysler like Pacifica or whatever it's called. Those little fucking crossovers, because my car's barely fucked up and his car is fucked up front and back. That thing was like, it's like a fucking wiener ass car, man. And so the cop gets out. He's like, all right, I got good news and I got bad news for you guys. And I was like, I already know where this is fucking going.
Oh man.
And he goes, so the good news is that license plate, he was like, the license plate came back to a name, a car, and an address. What kind of car do you think it was? And I was like, it's a 2000s like Ford Taurus. And the other dude was like, I think it's a 90s Ford Taurus. And I said, I think it's a 2000s. It's late.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, yeah, it's like a 2011 Ford Taurus.
So instead of just hurrying the fuck up, he wants to play Can You Guess the Car That Hit You?
Yes. Yes.
Can you guess your offender?
Yeah, it's a thing. And
Kyle
like he's
was
like,
just hit by a 1999 Chevy Cavalier. Let's see if he can guess it. My car is fucked. What do you think the car hits ya?
Do you know what kind of car?
Yeah.
I know. Like the other dude's like, I'm not a car guy. I don't fucking know what kind of car hit me and then left. Like, give me a fucking break here. And he's like, all right, the good news is I got an address, so I'm going to go drive there and see if I can find the car and the person who was driving it.
He totally didn't.
And he totally didn't, I'm sure. He's like, and I got to drive all the way to Glendale. And I was like, that motherfucker, I bet you lives like 2 blocks from me.
It was dump 30 and the bidet was calling his name, so that's where he went.
He was like, hey, I'm on dump number 3. I got to go, guys. You guys take it easy.
He was going to the only place in Phoenix that had that nice bidet, and then he got your call, and he's like, this motherfucker. He's like,
that's why it took him 25 minutes.
Why, yeah, he had to suck it up.
He likes the way the water fucking sprays on his butthole.
Yep.
Ooh, it tickles.
The nice jets. Yeah.
Ooh, it's a little cold.
And that rose petal potpourri scent squirts up
I
there.
got goosebumps.
It ruined his day.
Ooh,
His bidet. And so he's like, all right, on to the bad news he's like, plates are suspended. And I was like, let me guess, no insurance. He's like, you're right, no insurance. And I was like,
Oh God.
now I know why he had to go to the hospital. Because he didn't have insurance. He was fucking, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Oh, damn.
So, I mean, your car should still get paid to get fixed by the guy that hits you having insurance, right?
Yeah, that insurance company should do it. And
then what is supposed to happen, then our insurance companies will go after that dude, and then nothing happens. And I have to, a bunch of money has to get paid, and then blah, blah, blah.
That sucks.
But you should still be able to get your car fixed from the dude that hits you. It's the dude who got hit originally that hit you who's shit out of luck.
Yeah. But I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I've had a guy back into me. I've had a person rear end me. And I've had this huge piece of metal fly at my car and fucking up. What the fuck? I still see that piece of metal every day as I drive down Grand.
What the hell?
Dude, I'm going to die in that car. The car's going to kill me.
Yeah, I think you should get a new one. Maybe that one has bad juju.
I think it does. I really do.
My that sounds crazy. My engine block is just cracked. That's it.
Mine just overheats and mixes with oil and water.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Put a little bubble gum on it.
Burning a little oil. It's no big deal.
Hey, it's fine.
Sell it to Corbin. He'll probably give you twice the value for it.
Oh my God. Speaking of Corbin, we went and played basketball on Monday, and he went outside and he's like, yeah, this is the first time I've done this in a couple of weeks. And I was like, I haven't seen you outside in ages, man. Like, you do realize that you're allowed to go outside and play, right? He was like, yeah, I know. And dude, he's been saying, oh, we got to play basketball. Let's do it next week. Next week comes, something came up. Okay. All right, let's do it next week. Oh, man. I twisted my ankle. I'm sorry. Oh, man. And I'm like, dude.
I got a really bad paper cut from restocking these library books. I can't do it.
Dude, that M section is crazy. It's real dangerous to go over there. No, but then I was just like, dude, send me your damn address right now. I'm coming to get your ass. So I went over there and I got him. And he was like, oh my God, I thought you were playing. And I was like, shut up, get in the car. We're going to the basketball court. And we went in there and then we played. And he was like, man, I know I said all that stuff, but I'm so glad that I went outside. I was like, I told you, you big dummy. You big dummy.
I haven't heard him play basketball since Caucasaurus Rex.
Wow. Dude, I'm just like, dude, you just got to go outside. It's fine. Everything is fine. Don't stifle yourself.
Everything is not fine. The world's coming to an end. Everyone's got disease. Walking
Stay
Dead
in
is
your
starting.
house, everybody.
Yeah,
Don't
stay
go
in your house.
anywhere.
The Walking Dead is starting.
Hey, yeah. I'll be fine outside. It'll be fine.
It'll be just fine.
It'll be just fine.
And this is the part where I freeze it and edit back. In the arms of an angel, as it cuts to black and white, and it says Adonis, whatever, to 2000, died from coronavirus. I'll be fine outside. That was the last thing he ever said.
Oh my
Where's
God.
Caucasaurus Rex at?
I'll be fine outside. The world is coming to an end.
And I'll be fine. The world's coming to an end. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. We'll just go outside and enjoy it. That's all we can do. Why not?
Listen, if the world's coming to an end and you're out of toilet paper, us comic book nerds have been living our entire lives collecting something that can be used as toilet paper.
Only certain issues, though.
I'm sure that a ton of you have like a bunch of copies of something Deadpool or I don't know, Major X or Gotham by Gaslight, anything like that. You just tear some pages out and use that as some toilet paper. It's all good.
God.
I don't have to worry about it. I got boxes full of it, so
Hey,
ready to
Anything
go.
that says Robbie L on it.
Yep.
Wow.
I think that says Rob Liefeld. You're good to go. Or
I think-
anything DC that says Brian Michael Bendis on it. You're solid.
I think I'm good with using a dirty T-shirt because I can wash that and then reuse it. Hey,
No. You don't wash it.
Kick-ass
What you do
John
is you
Romita
cut the
Jr.
sleeve
art.
off and use the sleeve, and then you just cut the other sleeve off later, and then now it's still a stylish shirt that you can work out in.
still very stylish.
Wax Jock says, with the TP shortage, I'm starting a service that'll not only sell you overpriced TP, but for an extra upcharge, we'll wipe it for you too.
Hey, swipe left to right for us to wipe.
Please bend over a little bit further and spread your cheeks, and let me get that cock right fucking.
I see a little bit of residue. Hold on. There we go.
That's what that guy. Now I bet you that dude who burned.
Here, let me stick that man pawn in there after I'm done.
That dude who burned that cameo appearance of Punchline is kicking himself now because he could have just used it for toilet paper.
Yes, he could have.
Instead of burning it and getting it graded.
Yes, we could use Twilight books as well.
Yep.
Oh my god. What do you want?
Wax, like I've already moved my stock portfolio into the days. Damn,
That's
poor
where it's
Valiant.
at.
I like that shit. Sad face. Yep. Purell and bidets. That's where the money's at. Yep. Make your own Purell. Dude, you got people posting on Facebook like recipes to make your own hand sanitizers. You just start making that and charging people like $10-15.
It's like the homemade soaps and everything like that. They're gonna be all
homemade hand sanitizers.
Oh my gosh, this is so good for your skin and your senses.
And it's coronavirus free.
Oh god.
Gotta make that money. I've got like 6 Turok #1s. There you go, Solo Wookie. You're set.
You're good for at least one
page of wipe. That's like 32 wipes, bud. You're good to go.
No, so you take the page and you fold it into 4, and then you rip it.
There you go.
And that's how you really like conserve.
There you go.
Then you fold that. What you do is then you take that corner, that quarter, you fold it, and you wipe, and then you unfold it, and then you fold it to the clean side. Then you wipe again, and then you unfold it, and you refold it. So there's another clean side, and you've stretched it out even further.
Dude, all I'm saying is I'm using either like a rag of some sort or an old T-shirt. Like
I'm using my goddamn bills, and then I'm going to put the check in there and send it back.
Take that, Mr. I don't have insurance and I have to go to the hospital.
Yep. Fuck you.
Here you go.
That's how Kyle's gonna stave off. Yeah, right there. That's how Kyle staves off Corona. A little bit of Crown.
Hey, look.
This kills everything.
Hey, isn't Corona like the Latin translation to crown?
Yes.
I think so. I would. If we have any Spanish speakers in the house.
Well, I think that's why the corona of the sun, it's the crowning.
Exactly. So crown and crown.
Kristen says in our chat, when the apocalypse happens, I'm pretty sure ass wiping etiquette will be the first thing to go. Probably.
We'll just be using leaves and
That's
fucking
the only thing that
dried up
separates
grass
us
and
from the
shit.
monkeys is ass wiping etiquette.
Yeah, because we could get to that point where we're just shitting our hands and throwing it at people.
It's going to end up being. It's going to end up being eating hand and dung hand, and it's just going to be the way it is.
We're all gonna do that. Be like, hey, this is my sandwich grip. This is my shit grip.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kristen
This
says
is how I clean my butt.
Corona
This is what I
equals
eat my
crown.
sandwich with.
Erica says we're gonna be wiping our asses with banana leaves at this point. Have any of you guys been to any stores in the last 48 hours? It's fucking awful. It is. I was last night.
I went to Costco today after work trying to see if I could get a thing of toilet paper. Like, because I didn't realize how crazy people were going over the toilet paper. So we went like before it started going too far. And I was just like, hey, yeah, where's the toilet paper? Like, what the hell? And they're like, oh, we're out. And I'm like, how the hell is Costco out of toilet paper? And then all this shit started going all over friggin' social media. And then I was like, okay, since I'm going to this Costco, it's the middle of the day. Yeah, it'll be fine. They sat up there and they told me, yeah, we got a truck full of it this morning, and within an hour it was all done. And I was like, are you fucking serious?
You know what nobody isn't buying right now that I'm going to let everybody in on a secret right now. You know what nobody's buying as an emergency ass wipe? Coffee filters. It's stacked. They're stacked.
Hey, you know what?
They're soft. They're meant for making sure that shit doesn't get in your coffee. I mean, that's its job is to filter shit. So
hey,
coffee filters mistakes might get made. Here, look, I'm gonna share this real quick. So, like, to her point and what Adonis is talking about. So yesterday, I went to Walmart just because I've only got one roll of toilet paper left. So I'll be honest, I got one roll left. I was feeling a little iffy, and I was like, all right, I gotta go to get some. All right, so I walk into Walmart, and here's the toilet paper aisle, completely wiped out. That's the ramen noodle aisle.
So they definitely need that toilet paper then.
Yeah.
See what happens now is you eat too much ramen noodles and it just clogs you up.
That's the bleach aisle.
Hey, I get that. I definitely get that.
Why do they have the bleach next to the Monster?
That's the bottled water aisle.
That's fucking weird. What kind of Walmart do you go to?
Hey, the bleach and the Monster are the same thing. Don't worry.
I guess. I've never seen the Monster, the energy drinks next to the bleach.
Hey, look. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Dude.
Look, it's called the choice, man. You either got to get some energy or you got to clear your gene pool. One way or another. One way or another, you're making a choice.
Do we want people that shit more than 3 times a day, or do we not?
See, there's going to be more people like me who get to learn how to hold it for a day or so. Especially when you go on vacation, that's where you really can utilize scary toilets, man. You're like, nope, I've trained my butthole not to fucking open up. So
the line
I'm good for another day.
Was so long. They had a sign that was on a little whiteboard that had written in black that said,
"Go home, ass wipes."
Up to an hour wait time for checkout.
Jesus, that's at Walmart.
Yeah,
well, that's about normal.
And then I was like,
honestly,
screw this. So I was at Jackass, and I decided to go to. I left my cart full of stuff, and decided to go to Safeway.
Oh,
and at Safeway, I'm walking out, and I almost see 2 dudes getting a fight over a package of toilet paper. So, like, a respiratory disease got people tripping over some TP.
Hey, look, I think we're all man. Doesn't a dollar store and 99-cent store have toilet paper?
That's what someone just said. Yeah, in our chat, Chris just said, "Try Family Dollar or 99-cent store."
Exactly. Look,
that's the rough stuff.
That whole package is going to be good for one's shitting, but hey, that's fine.
That's the rough stuff.
Emergency 1-ply.
Yeah.
God.
Wax Truck, if you need a pallet of TP, you've got worse problems than Corona.
Yeah, you need to go see a fucking doctor because your insides are probably fucking.
Or your name's Adonis and you dump 3 times a day. You just got to make sure you're always prepared.
I don't need a pallet, I just need a Costco friggin' package sizing. Okay.
I seen video of the line for Costco. It's crazy too.
Yo, it was pretty thick today, and I left work at like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
It's pretty thick every day.
And I was just like, yeah, this should be fine. That's fine. And I go in there, it's how people are fighting over parking spots. It was raining as well, so they were all like, oh God. Everybody had friggin' like a shit ton of water in their thing, and I'm over here looking for samples. Like, what the fuck? Like, I want my samples. I'm at Costco. Give me my damn samples, and then I'll go out. They
nixed those like what, Tuesday or Wednesday.
It's
they're
so
like, this ain't happening no more.
This is terrible. It's terrible. Like they're like forcing everybody to stay home. They're forcing everybody to stay home, and I'm just like, look, I'm fine with that as long as I can shit without any freaking worries or anything like that. But you're not giving me the toilet paper that I need.
Adonis goes in the bathroom to drop it at Costco, and then as he walks out, a dude in a black trench coat goes, hey, you looking for some TP? Opens it up. He's got rolls of it. I got the goods. Tries to sell you some aftermarket toilet paper.
I got single ply. I got double
It's
ply.
not the TP we deserve, but it's the TP that we need.
Chris says Hispanic stores are where it's the most chill. Food City was so calm, I almost bought my laptop and hung out in the deli.
Food City's got to be the new Starbucks.
Wax Jock says, I got my garden hose hooked up and running into my master bathroom. That's what you got to do. But the bidet strikes again, right?
There you go. The bidet strikes
The
again.
bidet is the strongest idea so far.
For real.
I might have to. How much are they? I mean, they can't be that expensive.
$75 for the one Lance showed me.
Hey, the one,
That's
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
On
Cheap.
75.
And it literally looks like the sprayer from your kitchen sink. You just
No, I don't want that one. I want a real one.
So
I don't want the redneck Texas one.
duct tape and a hose.
Yeah.
Fuck. The fucking that metal fucking nozzle thing you put on your hose that fucking if you're too close, it fucking actually hurts when someone sprays you with it.
And it's
spraying that in your butt.
It's never secure. It always leaks and sprays water.
Yes.
When you turn on the water, damn it!
Turn it off! Turn it off! It's just straight spraying the heavy pressure.
Return it like 3 times, and then you go get a new one. You're like, all right, fine, I'm gonna spend the extra $5 for the good one, and it still leaks all over your freaking clothes.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck if that rubber thing's in there or not. It doesn't work.
You're gonna see your neighbor running outside as the sprinkler turns on, cheeks spread, just waiting to get cleaned out. Run out of toilet paper.
All right, so the sprinkler timer is we got 15 minutes.
Yep.
I would suggest we go take a shit now, and then by the time we're done, we'll be out there in good time to get our asses clean. Okay, let's go.
We could charge people to spray them with the hose. Damn.
So
Next. Now serving 44.
It's like the car washes for humans.
Free vacuuming at the end.
Yeah, and a little incense that we can put on your. Look at a spray of poopery right there.
No, you take what you do is you take that smelly thing and you spray. You wipe it up like gently on their butthole. So when they go on the date with that hot chick, do you smell apple cinnamon?
But they gotta make these incense and these little extra butt wipes. They gotta be gluten free because there's lots of people out there that can't take that stuff. So we gotta make sure that we're catering to our market base. Okay.
Yep, vegan and gluten free.
Or you just get those air fresheners that click on your vent and you just stick them to the back of your underwear. Fresh as can be.
Oh, so fresh and so clean.
Yep, Wax Jock's got it right. A car freshener tree.
You just tape it to the top of the crack.
Do you want licorice, new car smell, or wild cherry?
New butt smell.
Baby powder smell.
Ooh.
Baby powder or new ass smell.
Oh man.
That's so funny. But I mean, it's funny to joke about, but it's crazy out there. Yeah, it's crazy out there.
It is crazy. Everywhere and everything is stopping because we have the coronavirus.
I'm so pissed. Everything is getting canceled.
Yep. I was supposed to go to a hockey game tomorrow.
Canceled.
I was supposed to go to WonderCon in a few weeks. Canceled.
Ready to get some Shein at the end of the month.
Canceled.
No, sorry. Postponed. I can't get my money back.
I was having fun
cocksuckers.
watching the XFL. Canceled.
Canceled.
March Madness was about to start. Canceled.
Everybody thought who they're going to see Post Malone on Sunday.
Canceled. I was planning on going to Hooters on my lunch and having a beer and some wings to watch some basketball. Can't do that.
Canceled.
Canceled.
U-Fest. Canceled.
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah, man, I was
Fast and the Furious 9 canceled till next year.
canceled due to the shortage of toilet paper.
Yep. Emerald City Comic Con canceled.
God.
Yep. It's crazy. Disney World is shut. All the Disney theme parks are shutting down. Like,
That's when you know shit is serious.
Yeah, because like I know my dad's back home in Florida, and he was telling me that like that Ultra Music Festival was canceled too, and I was like, dude, I had so much fun there. I have so many partial memories that I hold on to dearly from that place.
Coachella canceled.
Yeah, everything.
That shit's in the summer.
Yeah, well, it's canceled for now. Postponed, like you said before. Postponed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The difference between postponed and canceled is postponed, you don't get your fucking money back.
Pretty much.
New Mutants postponed indefinitely. That movie's never fucking coming out.
No,
Never.
it's over.
It's never coming out.
Jesus.
Never coming out.
Oh,
Like,
man.
ever. Never. Because, like, I was looking at the thing.
I mean, WonderCon is postponed also. Everything's postponed.
Yeah.
But you know what hasn't been postponed or canceled yet is Phoenix Fan Fusion.
They sent a memo out today, though, an email.
They're watching the situation. They're
Yep.
not going to cancel that till like a week before. No refunds. I almost made a comment on the post today because they were like, "Oh, Dave Bautista's coming." I was like, "Oh, I wonder who's going to cancel first, the convention or him?" I think he was supposed to go last year and he bailed out.
Oh man.
Like, I don't know when they're gonna move WonderCon to. Like, that's the thing. Like, everyone keeps asking me. Corbin's asking me. Everyone's asking me, like, do you think San Diego Comic-Con is gonna be canceled? I don't.
They said the same thing as kind of Phoenix Comic-Con did.
They're gonna watch it. Yeah.
I mean, but it depends how long California has their no more than 250 people
Yeah,
can congregate ban.
that's true. But you got to think that convention brings so much money and revenue into the San Diego area that they were willing to give up their sports team versus keeping San Diego Comic-Con. Could you imagine how hard it's going to be for them to reschedule that thing?
Yeah.
You would think they would just have to cancel it.
They're just gonna have to spray everybody with something, dude. Like disinfectant. I don't know. Like,
When you walk in, it'll be like the airport. Yep. You just get sanitized.
Yep.
Like,
Deodorant put on.
Kristen just said PCC will be like, wear a mask, no refunds. Probably true. But back to
What happened at Phoenix Comic-Con? They just won't say anything. And you'll show up and you'll be like, "Why is there anybody here?"
yeah, right.
Doors are locked and you're fucking jiggling the doors and shit.
Got lines outside, people dying of heat exhaustion, waiting to get in. Coronavirus. Like you joke around about New Mutants, but IGN released a thing on it. So New Mutants was announced. So May 2nd was announced, or May 2nd, 2017 was announced. It was supposed to be released April 13th, 2018 was the original. June 11th, 2018, it was announced that it was going to be delayed to February 22nd, 2019 to avoid Deadpool 2. Then it was announced March 27th that it was going to be moved to August 2nd to avoid Dark Phoenix. Then it was going to be moved to April 3rd for Disney merger. And then now it's postponed indefinitely because of Corona.
Oh my god.
That movie's never coming out. They should just release it on Disney Plus and call it a day.
Yeah. Same with the Snyder Cut.
Or Hulu and just let it fly. Let it ride.
You know what's sad about that is they would have really had a chance because didn't Bond get moved from the same release date forward to where New Mutants was like really the only thing coming out that week, and that would have given that thing a fighting chance.
Yep.
That's why all those New Mutant books are picking up heat. You know, first appearance of Magic, first appearance of Lockheed, all those tie-ins, all those new really cool New Mutants books that we've been specking on for years have finally been picking up steam because everybody's been stoked about it, and now it's just gonna even worse. I really feel bad for those people in that movie, man.
Yeah, for real. Like I was definitely excited because like I only had snippets of that storyline, and I really wanted to see a different perspective of the mutants and everything like that, and then kind of just go on from there. Like have that would be a great intro.
Yeah. Yep, you're 100% right. And the Demon Bear storyline is a great storyline, especially when you consider they're going to turn it into like a horror type thing.
Yeah.
I was so like Matt was saying, just to keep getting those outs, getting canceled. And there's a lot of fans that were waiting for this movie, not just comic fans, movie fans that were like, holy shit, yes, a real horror comic book, thing that they're coming out and saying, this is a horror version of this. I know that there's been horror comic book titles made into movies, that have been like that. I guess you can say Spawn, but they really wanted to go the horror movie route on this, and it was going to be so good, and I'm just bummed.
This is going to be fantastic for people like us, though, because this is going to be our time to shine. Grizzle Geek was talking on their show tonight. He was saying, Mike was saying, if you're a geek, you run a geek podcast, and you basically live or die on like new shows that are coming out and everything like that. This is gonna have a massive effect on new stuff coming out and like new shows. So it's either gonna be like reruns or you gotta find new different entertainment. So it could be a big time for the internet and people on the internet or podcasts to explode even more. So where it could be a bad thing for someone else, it could be our gain in many ways. But here's the list of like mostly. So Fast and the Furious 9 moved to next year, April 2021. No Time to Die, the James Bond, they moved that because Asia has a huge market for James Bond, and they're not letting them go anywhere. Like I think Brian posted a video on Facebook of the Chinese government raiding a subway train because people wouldn't get off of it.
Well, I apologize for that because I'm finding out now because nobody knew what that was from when I posted it. And what it looked like is, at first I was like, holy shit, is this because of the coronavirus? And then I was like, nah, it's got to be because of the protesters, because you can kind of see some of the protesters. But it was hard to watch that shit. And it turns out that looks like it might have been from the protesting a couple months back.
Okay.
But if it is, thank God. I mean, not thank God. Gee, that sounds terrible. But that was really hard to watch that shit.
Yeah, because there's stories going around and people translating that are saying that since they're on a lockdown, it was from like people trying to go out into the town and stuff, and they were ordering them off the train, and they wouldn't get off the train.
Yeah,
that's why they had them removed.
I wasn't around for most of the corona talk, but I just want to put this one little piece in there that not to scare people, but it is kind of to say that it might not be as I think that a lot of us are kind of saying, oh, this is fake. It's fake. It's fake. But I posted a video on Facebook about, there was like an old video of Dr. Drew talking to some talking heads on some show, and they're freaking out about it. And Dr. Drew goes, you know what? You guys need to shut up about this because you don't know what you're talking about and you're scaring people. It's not as bad as it is. It's bad, but medical professionals should be talking about it, not news media people. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yes. Well, I posted that, and I have a good friend who lives in Taiwan, and he hit me up. And
Taiwan number one.
He just laid it out, man. He's like, this shit. He goes, it's not worth completely panicking over yet, but it's real. Don't kid yourself that it isn't real. So that kind of scared me a little bit. But
you got people hoarding toilet paper. It's real. There's no fake now. You got people hoarding toilet paper and ramen noodles. Shit's getting real.
It's real. There's no canned goods. It's real.
Yeah. So I'm worried because obviously it's real, but I'm worried that, like with most things like this, the fear is going to cause more problems than the actual virus.
That's how it mostly. That's
why there's no toilet paper.
Yeah,
that's the reason for our toilet paper scare.
I mean, like people start to lose their bearings. They're just like, oh my god, they said to do this. Oh my gosh, they're saying this. I need to stock on this. I need to stock on this. I mean, somebody said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to buy extra amount of toilet paper because I've been sneezing and I want to make sure I have enough, just in case." And now people are like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." And then it builds on this mountain of fear, and you got all these people just losing their mind, saying like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I need to get more. I need to get more monsters. I need to get more chicken noodle soup. I need to get more toilet paper." And they're doing all this crazy stuff. I'm like, dude, like, we have to calm down and look at this more logically, much more. We can't just go crazy over these things, because that's the part that throws off the entire balance of everything. Is these people that are losing their minds over and overreacting. They're overreacting and just doing way too much in the wrong.
Don't overreact.
No, they don't.
I mean, that's how crazy it is. Like, it's a respiratory. They're saying it's like flu-like symptoms. It's a high fever. It's respiratory issues. I go to Walgreens today. The paper aisle, the toilet paper aisle, is completely empty, but the medicine aisle and the cold medicine aisle and the flu medicine aisle is completely stacked. Nobody's touching that. So how are you?
Dude, I went to Walmart and all that shit was gone.
I have no problem getting that stuff. But
Yeah,
you can't get toilet paper.
I got one for you guys. I went last night. You know me, because I'm a professional podcast. I sleep during the days.
Yep.
So I woke up, and I was like, fuck, I need to go get some groceries. And I rolled a blunt and smoked a blunt before I went, like normal. And I went to Walmart, and I was fucking stoned. I mean, super stoned. Yeah. And so I'm walking in, and I grab my cart, and there's like 4 people walking in with me, and they're grabbing their cart, and we're like looking at the area where you wipe down your carts, and that shit is just, there's nothing there, right? And we're all looking, and I start coughing, and all 3 of them go, and I'm like, nope, don't worry, guys.
So that's if you're in a store and it's a little too crowded, that's how you get space. And you've got instant room. Everybody's out the fuck your way.
Dude, at work, I remember I sneezed because like my hoodie was my girl's cat was on my hoodie, and I put my hoodie on and I rubbed it on my face, and I'm allergic to cats, and I started sneezing. I'm like, oh god,
go home, fucker.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, it's fine. It's cat dander. Please, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, that like at the office, man. It's the same way. Like they finally today announced that everyone is working from home now, but at the office, somebody coughs, like 15 people are giving them a death stare. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't help that your governor comes out and says, "Oh, well, we're in a state of emergency. Make sure you're stocked up within 3 weeks worth of supplies."
Yeah,
so you got people going crazy.
Fuck yourself.
Can we put Michael's comment?
What
on the screen?
What?
Oh. Yeah, I saw that. I used to hide. I used to cough to hide my farts, and now I fart to hide my coughs.
That's pretty fucking good.
So he definitely needs toilet paper.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than you're crop dusting and it goes wrong.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And the worst part is, like, I got a question for you guys. Are flights really that cheap?
Oh, dude, yes. Absolutely, yes.
They are.
Unless you're trying to leave Paris right now, where to get back to the States, where they're charging about $20,000 to fly.
I'm trying to go. I need to go. I need to go back home to Florida in May, and I'm looking at flights, and I'm like, dude, for 3 of us to go, like that's the price of what it was just for me to do like 3 stops coming from like on spring break. Like, dude, this is crazy.
Somebody was telling me that it might be a good time to like stock up on flights to Europe and like as far out as you can,
and cruises and cruises.
But here's the biggest one, right? And this is gonna sound crazy, but it just popped in my mind last night. So I've got a nice little chunk put away in my 401k, and
not anymore.
Yeah, you just
hold on. So when everything started getting crazy, I pulled that shit out and put it in a whole fund, But I'm gonna fucking start buying shit, man. Like I look at myself, I'm under 40. I can hopefully recover, but I'm going to fucking take that and just start buying crazy stocks because there could be a chance that this all blows over and you're getting stocks for super cheap. And hey, I might not have to work the rest of my life.
Hey, like I'm definitely on that same tip. Like I've been thinking about that for a little bit. Like I was talking with my brother and my mom for a little bit, and like my mom was like, "Hey, you should definitely invest." And my brother's like, I'm gonna wait till I get a grip more. And I was just like, invest in hand sanitizer and Charmin. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Or Amazon.
That too, dude. My God, like, cause yeah, my brother, he's doing his thing, you know, in Atlanta with the Falcons and everything like that. And I'm just like,
wait, hold on. You can't just say this thing. What does that mean?
What?
What does he do with the Falcons?
He's a professional football player.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Are you fucking serious?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Who's your brother?
Number 13, Christian Blake.
Nice, dude. That's cool. I didn't know that, bro. That's fucking cool.
It's pretty awesome. He's out there doing his thing, and we're just like I talked to him like I've been talking to him my entire life because he's my brother, and I know he's got a whole bunch of people that are sitting up there asking him all kinds of football questions. I'm just like, hey, did you see those fatalities respawn in Mortal Kombat? I'm just saying.
It's funny you say that because that's the first thing me and my brother did. We're like, okay, the new fatalities for Spawn should be up on YouTube. Dude, I can watch Mortal Kombat fucking storylines on YouTube forever. I can watch gameplay forever of Mortal Kombat.
It's so dope to sit up there and just watch that shit. Like watch when people, like really good people, are playing against each other. They're just like, oh shit, oh man, that if I would have tried to do that, that motherfucker would have been juggling me for like 15 minutes. Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, like, but yeah, I talked to him about the stocks, and he's just like, yeah, I'm watching everything. I'm very much so watching everything, and like I'm not yet, but you know, and I've talked to a bunch of people that have like been doing it for a long time, and they're saying like, I'm still waiting, but it's coming soon. Coming soon to when you go and buy up a whole bunch of stuff, and then you just let it do its thing.
Yeah. Yep. I'm right there with you, man. I think it's a smart thing. And I'm not don't take any of my fucking advice on finance, but they say that in times like this, if you can do that, it might be good to save the stock market, right? Because everybody's pulling out.
Yep.
They want people to put money in to keep it going. So,
hey, when it's close to the end, you always pull out.
Words to live by.
Obviously, we missed that memo.
Yeah, I was about to say, Kyle, you're not too good at that, my friend.
Oh God.
Did you guys see the Spawn action figure from Mortal Kombat?
I knew what he was gonna look like, and then from McFarlane Toys, and then I was just like, oh damn! And then he came out, and then you know how they Spawn, and he just walks up, and he's like that, and his eyes are glowing. I'm like, ooh,
oh, dope! I did the same thing, dude. I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
I'm not a game. I'm not a video game nerd. Like I don't play a lot of video games now, but back then, man, dude, I was up at Just for Fun of It every fucking night, dropping hundreds of dollars and nowadays money into those fucking Spawn, into those Mortal Kombat machines, man.
Dude, like there was this the laundromat that was outside of my Boys and Girls Club, and I used to leave there and just spend my entire like week's fund of lunch money on the quarter machine to keep playing Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah. All right, I got a question. Who was your go-to player when you first started playing?
Scorpion.
When I started playing
every time, Scorpion.
100%.
Every time. Yep. I knew it. Yep. 100% Scorpion. Yep.
You got to start somewhere.
Or Liu Kang if you were in the first one.
Yeah, because I'm a huge fan of Bruce Lee, so I was just like, oh, that's their Bruce Lee character.
Yeah.
That one.
Well, for me, it was because they had the easiest moves: forward, kick, forward, punch, and you could just do that kick over and over and over and over, and fucking people would want to fight you, dude.
Bicycle kick and the oh god,
You're fucking cheating.
Yep. I saw my two best friends, who are also best friends, get into a fight where they were trying to pick up hotel TVs and throw them at each other because my one buddy, all he would do is sit there and pick Liu Kang over and over and just kick you. That's all he would do, is do that flying kick constantly.
Or fireball the shit out of you.
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, you got to pick the guys with the easiest fatalities, too. That's why it's Scorpion.
Yeah.
All right, Scorpion was the easiest fatality. Who was the easiest fatality? Scorpion, right? Up, block, or block, up, something like that.
I think that was, I think he was, and that's where he punched your head off, right?
No, that's when he pulled his mask off and and breathed the fire on you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, that was fun times, man. By the way, shout out real quick. I want to give a shout out to Jesse James Comics, because I went in there this weekend after not being in there in a while, and his store looked amazing. And one of the things that he has in the store is a fucking arcade, like a full-on old school, like gold mine style arcade in, Metro Center, the Nickel Palace. Me and Chuck were in there, Kyle, and we were like looking around, and we're like, Rygar, Ninja Gaiden, fucking, all the fighting games, every fighting game you can think of that ever been made. The old school Star Wars game that you would sit in, and it was fucking amazing, dude. Me and Chuck, if the only thing that he should do is, he has them at a quarter a piece. He needs to drop them to 10 cents. If he did like 10 cents a piece, that place would be packed with people our age. I'd be in there on a
Tuesday morning.
On a Tuesday morning, and you know what? Shit, I don't even need to be on a Tuesday morning. It could be on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. because Jesse's there.
Yeah.
So I'll just be chilling. I'll play those games all for 10 games for $1. Hell yeah.
Hey, look at get me Apple Pay and I'm there.
So speaking of Mortal Kombat, and I forgot about it until Chad just brought it up in the chat. My buddy Eric has a Mortal Kombat video online that's got over 6 million views of him doing a playthrough with Melina.
So funny.
It's because halfway through, he's got her in like this skippy alternate outfit where it's just bandages. Because halfway through, the audio starts clipping, so it sounds like he's jerking off while he's playing the game.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
That's kind of sad when you have a video that you put out there, and he probably didn't even know obviously didn't know it was skipping.
It's gonna be great publicity for him, but let's see if I can get it to load here.
Let us dance.
It's full screen this video, so you can play through it. So he's got her in that skimpy little outfit.
Hey, Matt. Oh, no.
Yep. It's like he's just straight beating off to it.
Whoa,
and he's got like 6 million views for it.
Did he put that in the title?
No.
Oh, dude, if he put that in the title, it would get like 100 million views. Holy shit. Put that shit in the title.
He got 6 million views from that.
Jeez, that sounds super painful, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you're just angry and it's just the call of the wild and you gotta go. You gotta go and you gotta go. Yep. What were you gonna say, Brian?
Oh God, I can't remember now, dude.
It was gone as fast as it came.
I can't remember. Oh, did you guys? So I went to
Jesse James Comics.
first time I've gone to a comic shop in probably a year. I went to Dreadnought. I went to Jesse James. And when I went to Dreadnought, I got some cool shit. Check this shit out. So I don't know if do you know is this a big book?
Oh shit.
Is that a big book? Do you guys know about this book?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I think I just got it because Chuck's like showed me it and I was like, oh shit, I'm a big fan of when the Spider Hulk from Web of Spider 90, because they made a badass fucking action figure of it. That's probably one of the best action figures you'll ever see.
I remember that one.
Where it's Spider-Man, where it's Hulk and it's Spider Hulk. Super hard to find. So anyways, but check this shit out. Look how dope this cover is. Flying saucers with a flying saucer fighting two SR-71s. I'm big into UFO comics and UFO covers, and that's a fucking dope one.
Damn.
Yeah, but this one's really fucking crazy. This, I have never seen one of these, and I know most like cool I'm not bragging, but I have like a photo. I'm like, my superpower is having a photographic memory of cool comic covers, and so I know just like most comics based on the cover. And I've never seen this book. And tell me how dope this is. Do you guys know Big Daddy Roth? Kyle, you know Big Daddy Roth. Ratfink, the car dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is a comic, and I don't know how old this is, but it's it looks like it was self-published and shit. Big Daddy Roth's Ratfink, and it's got a badass Ratfink cover.
Oh.
So like this is the type of shit that I love. I love weird covers. You know what I mean? Like cool old weird covers. Okay. And if you guys are in the Phoenix area, man, go check out Dreadnought. Dreadnought has the best wall books and the best overturning selection of really good wall books that I've ever seen. It's badass. So it just finally getting to a comic shop when I haven't done it in so long kind of just got me excited about comics again. So I'm really hoping to maybe start doing, if not a Wednesday Warrior thing, I'm more, trying to get back into the flipping thing. So we'll see what happens. It was
Wednesday Warrior.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of Dreadnought Comics.
It's really cool, man.
Over here on the west side.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're out in the east side, right?
Yeah. Way in the east side. Like
who's your shop?
Like right now, I don't really have one, just because like I was working the third shift, so I couldn't do anything except sleep.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
That's the only problem with working nights.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but now I'm back to regular schedule. So I just haven't gone in a while.
Yep, you're like me, man. I haven't had the one, especially when my local comic shop quit selling weekly books. That was kind of a death knell for me. I was like, yep, I'm done going to the comic shop, because there was no reason for me to go if the weekly books weren't there. So
yeah, like I think the last one I got was, what was it, Undiscovered Country #1. That's the last one I got.
Well, while you're talking comics, Brian, why don't you show what was on the Hot 10 this week?
All right, let's do this.
Was there anything interesting on the Hot 10 this week?
There was some fun books this week.
The best ones.
Yeah. This is the Golden Age book.
Oh, sorry, this just in. Due to coronavirus, Hot 10 is postponed. Canceled. It's canceled.
I knew it.
No, go ahead. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
All right, let me see here. I'm lost. Hold on. All right. So this is the Golden Age book. Actually, hold on. Why would the fucking hot den be canceled if you can do it from your home?
It's Corona.
Almost
That's just breaking again. Due to coronavirus, Kyle's been canceled.
Oh God.
I'll bring it back.
I could bring my shit back. Due to coronavirus, Matt is gone.
Ah! I'm fine, guys. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm back to spread my.
You have
disease.
immunities.
Anyways, go ahead with the hot 10.
All right. The Golden Age book is Sensation 113. It's if you want to put it up, you can put it up.
Oh,
but,
my bad. Yeah.
That would be.
My stupid jokes have me all messed up now.
Oh.
This is just every month, every week he puts that Golden Age book, and then this is one that is just it's crazy. I still think it's a little undervalued. He says a 7.0 copy sold at auction this week for $1,800, and most recent sales before that were a 4.0 in 2019 for $400. So, and then there was a couple $200 a couple years before that. So this might be still kind of valued a little low. It's what everybody loves about Golden Age horror books. It's just creepy. The red, the yellow, the green. If you can find where those colors still pop, and that's all you really need to have that book be good, a big seller. It doesn't even have to be in the best condition, but if the color is there, people are going to want that book. So,
All right.
yeah. The next one is Sweetheart #1, the Christian Dabari variant. And this is kind of weird. I don't know why people are buying it, but I'm thinking it's just the cover, because that cover is fucking badass.
Yeah.
That's one of the creepiest covers I've seen to a comic in a while, and I would definitely buy that book if I saw that in a dollar bin. So,
Oh yeah,
but,
if I was looking through, I'd have to pick it up.
yeah. What Ben says is a very odd premise, but he thinks it's an insane cover that's causing this one to creep up. Cover price to start, but the past few are approaching $10 to $15 raw. So if you can find this book, pick it up. Number 10 is the first appearance of Riri. This is a book that was hot for a while, a couple of years back. It was super hot, and there's a really cool variant to this where it's Mary Jane looks much better than she looks here. That is probably one of the most dog shit Mary Janes I've ever seen in my entire life.
It almost looks like she's missing teeth.
Yeah, what the fuck? Is she Mike Tyson, dude? Jesus.
Looks like her tongue's in jail.
Yeah.
That's a Trailer Park 10 Mary Jane.
Yeah. So anyways, Riri is a big character, and there's a lot of hype around here right now for some reason again. So this used to be about a $20 to $25 book. It kind of crept down to a $20 to $25 book and stayed there for a good long time. But now it's spiking, and it's $50, about $50 for a raw copy of it.
So, tooth.
Yeah. It's a horrible cover. So I definitely would sell this book, and I'm going to look to see if I have it, and I will be selling it. Number 9, one of the best storylines in all of comics in the last in my opinion, ever. Dark Side War. This was one of those series. I remember me and Kyle, Matt, you were still buying weekly when this was going out, right?
I still buy weekly.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were buying weekly when this was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
This was the book that I would go and this was my first read. Every week I would go, there would be hopefully a new tie-in, because I read all the tie-ins too. It was so fucking good. And the reason that this is getting hot right now is because I was going to ask you guys this. I guess there's some new storylines from the 3 Jokers.
They have finally announced the 3 Jokers has a hard street date. For issue 1 will be released on June 17th.
Okay. So that's why this book is getting hot. It's because this is the first comic where they talk about the 3 Jokers idea.
Is that the issue where Batman sits on the throne and asks who the Joker is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And gets freaked out or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is jumped to about a $10 book right now, raw. So if you got it, sell it. I'm not very strong on the whole Three Jokers storyline. It's kind of just taken too long to come out, and I don't really care about it anymore. But some people do. So, buy if you have it, keep it. I'm going to sell mine probably if I have an extra, but I think most people have this in a run. So you might not see a lot of them. Who knows? Number 8 was a Spawn from 305 from Jason Alexander variant. And I like this cover just because of the skulls. I'm a big fan of skulls on comics. You got skulls on it. I want that cover. So I like it. Ben is kind of he doesn't like this cover, and he's like he doesn't understand why it's there, but it's selling for 20 plus. So there's some reason it's hot. And I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like it. I think that the line work and the shadowing is dope.
Yeah, I like the my buddy Dino brought up the crown too. I didn't see the crown until he mentioned
Kind of like Hellboy.
Yeah, it's badass. I like it, and I
don't
really
think
like.
pay top dollar for it, but I think if I found it like rummaging or something, or it was $5, I'd probably buy it.
It's definitely got an interesting color scheme to it.
Yeah.
I really like how his face has like the depth to it in here. So I like it. I'd buy it if I saw it, just like Kyle said. So that's number 8. Number 7 was the number 1 book.
I just don't like that book cover.
I think that shit looks dope.
I do too. It's dope.
And the actual color is much more like mustardish yellow, not totally mustard yellow. But this image doesn't do it justice. Go look at the real colors or look at the book in hand if you can, because you might not like the yellow when you actually see it, but I like it. I'm a fan of John Tyler Christopher's negative space variants.
His Rogue one is really dope too. I think that was a San Diego exclusive.
Yeah, and my all-time favorite is the Witchblade one. That one is probably one of my top 20 favorite covers of all comics. Because not only does I think it's his first negative space one he ever did. And not only does she just look badass, but she's got the Dia de los Muertos face paint, which I fucking love that shit. I'll buy that shit all day, every day. Cool. So yeah, if you get a chance, check that out. But yeah, this book is just some crazy prices for it, 9.8. I mean, like crazy. But raw, it's 150 at bottom 150, probably 200 right now. So, and there's quite a bit of them. Don't act like 3,000 that's a lot. That's not a little. 3,000 is a lot when it comes to comics. So it's kind of weird how much it's going for when there's books that are out that are hot, that are on the list, that you'll see it coming up, that have less, that it's selling more for. Here's the crazy thing, Matt. You're going to love this. So we've been talking on this show forever about Christian Bale and what role he's going to be playing. Mm-hmm. And I've been praying for God Butcher, and I would have bet a mortgage payment on it 2 months ago. You know what I mean? I was like, he's playing fucking God Butcher. They say he's an alien like being from outer space. Mm-hmm. That's fucking God Butcher to me. You know what I mean? And that was crazy. So everybody was banking on it. Well, now I guess there's rumors of set photos where he's in costume and he looks like a character in here. The character is Dario Agger. I don't remember that character, but I read this series. I don't remember that character for some reason though. So I'm kind of bummed, but it's caused this book to be a $10 book to a $40 book, overnight. So
I would think that Christian Bale would be, for whatever reason, I forgot his name, but basically his uncle that was locked away.
He's Dario Agger. Isn't that Minotaur or Manitor? He's like the giant, like a fucking Minotaur.
that is. It looks like he's that character right there.
I would assume that one.
Yeah.
Here, share a screen.
Let me Google search real quick.
Get this shit.
Fucking Google.
I was thinking that he was gonna be Odin's brother, which was the one that they locked away and that started the whole Fear Itself saga.
Well, a lot of people were banking on that because that Fear Itself shit is hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
There you go, Dario.
Yeah. So he transforms into that character.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Damn.
So I just don't remember that character, but this is where he first appears. So maybe that's why I don't remember him, because maybe he's got a small role.
That was the number 1 book?
No, that's number 6.
Oh.
And number 5 is let's see here. There it is. This is probably
you gotta reshare your there. Hold on.
There you go.
There we go.
This is probably, to me, the best book on the list this week because that cover is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That cover is fucking amazing. And there is a variant of this where it's the Virgin variant, but I don't like the Virgin variant as much as I like this. And I actually made a mistake and put up the trade dress, but I'm glad I did because I think the trade dress looks better. But the Virgin variant is going crazy right now, and I think this cover is fucking sick. The way they made the rip curl, like the galaxy and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any artist try and play off of that type thing. I'm surprised. You know what I mean? Like, he actually, if somebody said to you, some artist said, I'm gonna fucking put Silver Surfer on a wave, you're gonna be like, that's fucking cheesy, dude. You know what I mean? That's cheesy. Like, but this guy did it really fucking cool. And you know, In-Hook Lee or Lee In-Hook, however you say his name, that dude is badass, and this is a sweet cover. So if you can find the regular or the Virgin right now is selling for a ridiculous amount. It's let's see here.
That's a sick cover, isn't that Black Surfer, not Silver Surfer?
I don't know. He looks silver to me.
I think it is. I think
it says Silver Surfer.
Yeah. So this is what Ben says is swish, rinse, repeat. These command good money just after release every single time, and they are very scarce. This one is following the same pattern. Only 1 sale and 2 live listings at the moment. The sale of $100 gets it on the list this week. And he's talking about the Virgin. So remember, this is the actual trade dress variant, and the Virgin is the one that everybody is, trying to get. This is the book that people are super pissed off about right now, and I get it. I understand why. I wouldn't buy this book because of this reason, but this was super high on the list last week. Everybody's going crazy for this book. It's selling for ridiculous amounts.
It's a Crane book, right?
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing. So this book is a C2E2 variant from Venom the End #1, and it was numbered to 600. Well, so this is the book I was talking about. Everybody's going crazy for that Wolverine book that's numbered to 3,000, and it's selling for ridiculous amounts. And this book is selling for ridiculous amounts too, but it's not selling. They're about selling for about the same. And this book's limited to 600. So even though I wouldn't buy this book. If you're gonna buy a book to flip, this might be the book because of the if you can get your hands on it, because not only is it limited to 600, some really fucking shitty stuff happened with the rollout of it. So this is from Scorpion Comics. They were supposed to have 600 copies available at C2E2. Supposedly some dealers or some group of people, a small group of people, went up and bought them all like the first morning. And they were telling everybody who went up after that, sorry, we're sold out for today, but I guarantee we'll have one for you tomorrow. Well, what they fucked up and did supposedly is they sold all their copies the first morning, not realizing they had them all on the floor. And so they were telling everybody that whole day, hey, don't worry, we're going to have the rest tomorrow, and we're going to have one for you, guarantee it. And they couldn't. They had to say, sorry, we fucked up. So it's kind of shitty, and but that's capitalism. And if you're one of those people, you're making some good money. So
how much were they there? $40 each?
Yeah, probably $20 each. I don't know. But I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know. It's kind of weird to see the American flag draped over him like that. It just doesn't go well together for me. So, but hey, it's Clayton Crane and it's Venom.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. He's a badass artist, though.
Yeah. I
His most 9 out of 10 of his covers kill it.
Yeah.
He's fucking hot shit right now.
Yeah. But here's another really good book on the list this week for me. This is X-Men 166 Uncanny from old school, the Byrne and Claremont years, I'm pretty sure. And this is the first appearance of Lockheed. So unfortunately, what we were talking about earlier about New Mutants getting canceled is going to hurt because Lockheed was going to be in it, and I think he would have been a big deal. It would have been a character people really fell in love with. Right. And that's why this book is on the list, because everybody was thinking that was going to happen. And this book has been 9.8 copies have been selling for $200 plus. So,
jeez,
yeah, for the first appearance of Lockheed, that's crazy. So it's a tough book to find in 9.8, and that's one thing because it's tough to find. But there's a lot of them out there. Don't kid yourself. People knew when that run was happening, the Byrne Claremont run and Paul Smith run that I think followed it. They knew what X-Men was about. You know what I mean? So X-Men was selling crazy back then. So there's a lot of copies, but it's probably going to drop anyway. So who knows? I don't know. What's that?
I want one. I'll try and find one now.
Yeah. This one is it was on the list last week, and I think we might have talked about it. The Last of Us, the whole video.
It held its spot, right?
What?
It's held its spot.
Yeah. Well, here's the crazy thing: is that last week number 2 was the variant of this. If you remember, that was only showed up in the video game.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to find them because I saw how rare they were, and I'm like, I got to find that book. And I went and looked, and the shitty thing about that video game copy is it's super hard to find, one, but it's made of the cardstock cover. And because it came with that video game, that special version of the video game, most people that got it just destroyed it. So it's and it's a black cover, so it's just damaged. You see the color breaking lines on it, and there's just it doesn't look good. So it's hard to find. So I even went and looked for them because I was like, that's going to be a tough book. But I think because it's so tough, maybe people are gravitating towards this one just because it's a little easier to find, and it's still a black cover, but I don't know if it's made of the same cardstock material, so it might be easier to grade. And so speculators love grading books, so they're probably that's a reason. But yeah, you're right. The variant was in the number 2 spot last week, but now the normal is in there this week. So what Ben writes about it is up in price from last week. Raw copies are $60 plus, and 9.8s that went from $100 to $275 earlier in the week, and now at $400.
Damn.
So, yeah, this is where you make your money. Like if you can be a good speculator, you can kill the fucking market. But it's hard to be a good speculator. It's hard to be. It's hard to have that. That you have to play it the right way all the time, and it's really hard to do that.
I think most of it's luck.
Some of it is, but listen, if you have all the tools, if you can play the final order cutoff game, if you can subscribe to all the little YouTube shows that tell you all, like Simple Man's Comics and those type of stuff, that just like hit you with all that speculation shit. I can't anymore. I just can't do it anymore. It's not for me. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get my toes in it. But
it's expensive.
That's it. It's expensive, and it takes a lot of time. And you have to make relationships, right? Because most of these books you aren't getting in the places you would if you're not making relationships with not only card shop or comic shop owners, but also people like people that you might know go be part of the community. If you can get in the comic community, it's gonna help you. And the comic community is a cool place, so you should do it. Number one this week, everybody knew it. Everybody knew it was gonna be this cover. I think this cover's dog shit. I don't know why people are buying it. Well, I do know why. It's because it's fucking Boba Fett, and I'm a fan of Boba Fett. But this cover is dog shit, and I can't believe Dave Johnson put it out. To be honest.
So
That's the Dave Johnson cover?
What's so hot about this book that makes it number one?
Well,
it's
it's Boba Fett, and you know, Dave Johnson, I don't think is doing very many covers. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him on very many stuff lately, but again, I haven't been looking as closely. But Dave Johnson is Kyle knows, Dave Johnson is one of my favorite artists. Like that, he's a guy where there's very few guys that I will go to see at a con again to get shit signed. Dave Johnson is one of them, because like I would love to have all my shit that I have a Dave Johnson signed. His shit is beautiful. This is not.
He was here a couple years ago.
He seems like he's here every other year.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dave Johnson put out some of the best Batman covers you'll ever see. Yep. He did the Superman, the Red Sun Superman, which are iconic and look beautiful, signed. If you can get Dave Johnson, let me give you a piece of advice. If you're a fan of Dave Johnson, have him sign in different colors, like buy the cool paint pens that like find the dominant color in the comic, and then, you know, get a complimentary paint pen, and they look beautiful in Dave Johnson's signature, because he's just a good artist. But the reason that this is probably so high is two reasons: it's Boba Fett and 1 in 50 variant.
Yeah.
It's selling at 2 times ratio right out the gate. So $100 right out the gate, and probably more now. I haven't looked recently, but you know, Ben kind of jokes and makes a little joke like he doesn't understand about Boba Fett because the guy only had 20 minutes of screen time, but man, he's comic fans really love him because he's got a lot of storylines that are badass in comics, and you know, he's the baddest bounty hunter on the planet, and it's also because of Mandalorian. Fucking that shit put Star Wars on its back and carried that shit back into what?
Yep.
His back hurts from it.
This is the way.
Yeah. Mandalorian is the best thing that has come out since, in my opinion, since you know, the 80s. So
it was I remember reading a couple of the books because my friend, he grew up reading those books, and his brothers and older sisters were like, hey, read Star Wars, the shit is dope. And I was like, I don't know anything about that, I just know the movies. And he was like, dude, check out these books and storylines. And I was like, oh snap, there's so many different worlds and different, like, just all these different happenings that happen throughout the Star Wars universe. And then when I heard about the Mandalorian, about like them going deeper into the whole Mandalorian culture, I was just like, dope. Yeah. Check this shit out. And then I'm watching and I was like, oh snap, and I got my little baby and I'm like, oh my god,
Chad is begging you in the chat to pull up the regular cover. He's gone so far to call you Brian McStud.
Oh, I can't even see. Hold on, let me see this.
He's calling you Studdy, Studley, and Studded.
Bounty hunter number 1.
You're being studded.
You have been studded.
Yeah, I gotta give it. Hold on, let me show you guys this shit. This shit is sick. Yeah, he's right. Matt, do you have it?
No, because you gotta share your screen.
All right, hold on. I was asking. I didn't know if you were looking at it.
Mm-mm.
All right, this shit is sick.
He didn't call me Studley, so I just wasn't even paying attention to him.
Trying to find
He wasn't flirting with me. He was flirting with you.
Oh,
I'm trying to find a fucking copy of it.
Jared and Brian sitting in a tree. F-U-C-K-I-N.
There's a fucking picture variant that's fucking cheesy. I don't know why people like picture variants, but the real, I'm trying to find the actual. There's only that one's not too good. Let me see here. Yeah, there we go.
This moment of dead air is brought to you by Charmin. Remember, protect yourself against the coronavirus. Stock up today.
Oh God.
There
Done.
you go.
Charmin makes diseases go away.
Apparently.
Yeah, that's a badass fucking cover.
Oh, I think the other cover is way better.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
I saw this one because I follow the artist, and I'm just like,
I would wipe my ass for that cover if I ran out of toilet paper in Corona.
you were already willing to desecrate comics with your butthole.
Yep. You do what you gotta do.
Go down that route again, please and thank you.
You do what you
I
gotta
like the way
do.
Bosca looks like in that cover. That looks badass. Looks really good.
I like it.
Isn't that character that main bounty hunter character from the old school Marvel comic in the early 80s? Can't remember. It looks like one of those characters. Anyways, I'm still probably not going to buy this. I might read it, but I'm not going to buy it. That's for sure.
I'd probably buy it if I stumbled across it.
Yeah, if I saw it, then I'd get it.
Yeah. Well,
Like, for a couple bucks.
yeah. I don't know. I know everybody's talking about the Kylo Ren series, like it's badass, so I'm gonna check that out. But
Yeah.
So far, the covers have been killer for it,
For
yeah,
real.
especially that issue 1. Fuck,
yeah.
she was badass.
Man.
But yeah, so that's that.
And that's that.
Bunch of shit that I got.
Did they? Hey, hold on. Did they cancel WonderCon?
They did.
postponed
Yes,
it.
they postponed it.
To when?
They haven't said yet. It is indefinitely postponed. I bet you it's going to be after San Diego Comic-Con.
Like we were talking, that's California's thing right now. They're making everybody, if it's larger than a group of 250 that are gonna be there, then they need to cancel it.
Yep. And it just
That's a fucking bummer.
I just got a notification too that Tampa Bay is gonna most likely force WWE to cancel WrestleMania too. So
What?
yep. They're saying that they are going to pull the plug on the event if WWE does not do it themselves. So we're gonna see what happens with that.
I'm tired of this goddamn shit.
They're doing tonight is SmackDown. They're doing it live from their performance center with no crowd. It was only essential personnel was allowed in the arena.
That was just like they were showing that soccer game in Italy, and the team scored or wherever they were playing it. There wasn't a motherfucker in the crowd, so it was goal.
That had to be weird for them.
You heard like one clap,
That had to be so weird.
right?
That's just practice, dude. That's not. It doesn't have the same feeling.
Yeah.
At all.
Especially
It's like a
soccer
disappointment
arena.
goal. You're like, oh.
That's
Dude,
the big thing that kind of stands out to me. That makes me like I'm with most people. I'm like, this is being blown out of proportion. People overreacting, but that's what stands out to me is like this is a major issue. Is they canceled the NBA, the NHL,
Yep.
who was mid-season. They canceled the NBA mid-season, NHL. They canceled the entire men's March
Well, you know why they
Madness
canceled the NBA?
tournament. Well, yeah, because that player is
Dude,
Two players.
Yeah,
Who's the second player?
The second player was on the same team.
yeah.
There's
they're
two
both-
players from the same team.
Yep.
From the Jazz.
Rudy Gilbert was the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so there was another one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear what LeBron James said about playing in front, like how about playing in front of no fans? He's like, at first he was like, "Fuck that! I don't want to do it. We're not going to do it." And then the NBA came back and was like, "This, yeah, you can't. You gotta take this one seriously." So he put out a real thing, but you could tell when he was talking about it, he's like, he's there. They need the fans. They need that shit is
Well, that
a part of
energy.
their game.
that
Yeah,
people
exactly.
yelling and screaming and having a great time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It fuels your fire. Like it's
That's-
because then it's just back when you're a kid, you're playing in the park, man. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, you're basically practicing free throw shots.
Yeah, I mean you're just back there and you're like,
Yeah,
Chad says,
they
mark
feed
my
off-
words, they're worried about a large attack on people, not a virus. I don't know. I think you're being a little bit tinfoil hatted there. But
I don't
So,
know about that.
like people doing like crazy riots and stuff like that during
no, I
these?
think he's talking like 9/11 type terrorist attack.
Oh.
Well, they can't hit any sporting events because that shit's all canceled.
Yeah. Yep.
Kyle, did you talk about your car?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to you about it yet.
Your car's
Yeah.
canceled.
My car is canceled. It has the coronavirus.
Fuck.
Yep. It's got the coronavirus.
I might get up tomorrow and I might go get that metal piece tomorrow that hit my car because it's still there. Third stop, the third light, like light up that lights up the street. It's like the third one before the Missouri sign on Grand. It's there. I see it every day.
Okay, so I hate to you don't have to get back into the story, but I just need to ask: did they find the guy?
No,
I thought
I never got a call about it.
Damn.
The cop said he would. The cop said he would call if like it came to light that he actually talked to him and he actually like something came about of it, because since that he hit and ran and we were like, do you want to pursue it? And we said yes. That's why he had to they actually said it. Oh, that's why Nubia, it's there. Now I'm definitely gonna go get it. It's this metal piece. Like the thing that hit my front of my car, it's this metal piece. What it looks like is like a bracket that holds something. It's like it's by driving by it at 50 to 60 miles an hour, it looks like it's about 10 inches by 10 inches, like a metal square, and it's got like holes in it so that like you can like adjust it.
Huh.
And it looks like it's meant for like it's holds. I'm getting up tomorrow and I'm getting it.
I'll just fucking just say fuck you, Nubia. Look.
So if you're on Grand Avenue and you're on Bethany and you're driving south, I think it's run south. There's a little inlet, like there's like 4 street lights.
Don't tell people where it is, because now you're not going to go get it. Somebody's going to go snatch it.
Somebody's
Put it on eBay.
Yeah.
The metal thing that hit Kyle's car.
Yeah. Now we're going to make a shirt out of that. It's just going to be that piece, and it's going to say the metal thing that hit Kyle's car.
Oh, so we do have some good news about the Kyle Signature Series shirt.
Yes, your wife just used it against you in the chat. Your own saying just got fired back at you by your wife.
Oh my god, man.
That's awesome.
Fuck.
But anyways, what were you?
It is
what
a
were you
correct
saying, Kyle?
statement. No, I was like, the Kyle Signature Series shirt.
Yes,
Explain it, Matt.
it's gonna be available. We've got some
Ooh,
coming.
thanks for the energy there.
You're welcome.
Holy fuck. Hey, the Kyle Signature Series.
It's your signature series shirt. You fucking promote it.
Yeah, they're making it.
Yep, that's right. They're making it.
You'll
God
be
damn it.
able to order it.
You'll be able to order
The
it.
Kyle Signature Series shirt.
Yep. Well, I didn't want to go yet because I thought we might change the design, or we might have 2 of them. One with the original design you wanted, where it's our logo on the front breast, and then in the back it says, "No, sir, that's an incorrect statement," with a bigger logo and then a little cartoon Kyle on the sleeve. The Kyle Signature Series shirt, or the big one with your big cartoon face on the front, and on the back it says, "No, sir, that's an incorrect
Yeah,
statement."
you need to have 2 of them. You're 100% right. That's a great idea.
Well, I was talking to Jay about it, and he is making the big Kyle face on the front. He's doing both.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to have shirts that don't have anything on the front, and then they have a big logo on the back.
That's why the original idea of the shirt was just to have the small
right here.
Absolute Geek on the breast, so it just had a small thing here, but it was actually the design is on the back.
Yeah.
That's how I like shirts.
Yes, Adonis.
Can I see it? I want to see this. Do we have
Yeah.
it?
Do you guys? Yeah. Do you
We
have
don't
the
have
design?
we don't have the design up yet. No. Jay's got him.
he was supposed to be making them today or yesterday. He's supposed to. He's making all of the screen prints for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it'll be available soon.
I put an order in for him. He got the shirts today. He told me that he made the screen prints up last night, so they're gonna be printed up and shipped out. So,
how many colors?
We'll have them. We can get them in any color you want.
We just did black to start, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like a black outline.
It's just a black
so it's
shirt.
Like it's almost like your Jason shirt. So usually we do
It's gonna be kind of like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That shirt is also available right now on the Absolute Geek Etsy store.
Hey,
Buy yours today.
Oh, that one.
But yeah, we got the Kyle Signature Series shirt coming out. I know a lot of people are excited about that. We got a couple of them on order that we're giving out to people for free. It's kind
Who
of
doesn't want a shirt that says "No, sir, that's an incorrect statement"?
I think that's genius, bro.
Right.
Like
one.
There you go.
I mean, I'm sorry, Jay. You're gonna have to quit your job to make all the
what
the man of the shirt.
You know, we should also do stickers where it's like Kyle's face, like that. Oh, that's going to be on the shirt, but there's a bubble, like a comic bubble coming out that says, "No, sir, that's an incorrect statement," and it's die cut. You know what I mean?
I said we should get that as a bumper sticker. The bumper sticker just says, "No, sir, that's an incorrect statement," and with an exclamation point at the end, and the dot on the exclamation point is
Absolute
Cartoon
Geek.
Kyle.
Oh yes.
Little Cartoon Kyle.
That shit, and then you put that on the dent that where the
you cover your dent with it, Kyle.
No,
That's exactly what I'll do.
You'll cover your dent with it.
I'm excited about the Kyle Signature Series shirt.
I can pull up the designs to show people if you guys want to see the way it's designed.
We do want to see how it's designed. We're all excited for this.
I love Chad.
I've been waiting my whole life for this day.
Chad says, "I want a shirt that's got a nut sack from the neckline down. Makes me a dickhead."
Yeah.
We'll make it. They'll say, "I'm an absolute."
No, yeah. Yes. I've seen that shirt though, Chad, and I saw it on a dude that was bald, but it was on the back instead of on the front.
Yes, newbie. I can put over the hole that's in my car from the metal thing that's sitting on Grand.
Oh, you just said that. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back.
I just said what?
Would
I think Brian's dying, but
Brian had a huge either had a brain fart or
like a giant
he
fucking
figured out some scientific theory and he had to go write it down real quick.
I've got the cure for the coronavirus.
Yes, it just came to me. I have to write it down. I'll be back.
All right. So let me screen share this. All right, so that is going to be on the left breast, tiny, our logo.
Yep.
Small. Oh, I see it. Never mind.
And then that's
it's
the
hard
back.
to see on there. There it is.
No, sir, that's an incorrect statement. And then the sleeve, the left sleeve is gonna have a little Cartoon Kyle on it.
There you go.
And then the alternate one will just be his head big on the front of the shirt, and the back of it will just say "No, sir, that's an incorrect statement" with the logo. And then also, what's that?
Hold on, real quick. Put up the Kyle face. So that's why I ran real quick. So my homie, I got a buddy who's got a jiu-jitsu academy. And I was at his academy the other day just bullshitting, and we're obviously just bullshitting. So,
he sure as hell wasn't doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. So he threw me one of these magnets, right? These things are fucking badass. They're super strong, and look how big it is. You need to make Kyle's face a fucking magnet this size, and I'll throw that shit on my car. And right around it needs to say, "No, sir, that's an incorrect statement," and then Absolute Geek Podcast.
I can make it.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
But also another shirt we have, if you're a wrestling fan and a Bullet Club fan, we have an Absolute Geek Bullet Club design shirt too. So, but the big one
doesn't even hold a straw.
Nope, to the incorrect statement. Yep.
To the Kyle Signature Series shirt.
Yep. But I think that'll look pretty sweet with a big Kyle face on the front, and then
Nobody's
Just that
gonna
in the
wear
back.
a shirt with a big Kyle face on the front.
Oh, I'd rock it all day.
I think the Kyle face on the front needs to have a comic thing coming out of it. You know what I mean? If you
So it
do
should be on the back then.
yes, yeah, the Kyle face should be on the back.
I think it's gonna be fantastic either way. So yeah, those will be available for order soon. Once we get our prototypes in and get it the okay, it'll be available for order. So a few lucky people are gonna get some of the prototypes, so that's cool too.
Yeah,
Like Kyle's gonna get. I just can't wait for Kyle to wear a shirt with his face on it.
I know.
There's
Is that worse than going to a concert wearing that band's shirt?
That's not a big deal anymore like it used to be.
Fuck you. If you do that, fuck you. If you
I do it all the time.
you, fuck you. That's so cheesy.
But
That's so-
I'm usually wearing the concert shirt that I bought there.
okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'm cool with that. If it's a shirt that you buy there,
Double
I'm cool with
standards.
that. Yeah. Fuck no. If I'm just
Double standards. It's cool to wear the band shirt as long as you bought the shirt at the concert.
Well, I mean, you'd never want to hold the shirt in your hand.
no.
And I've told the stories why you don't want to do that.
Why?
why?
Because I used to take people's shirts.
Good idea.
Like at Ozfest that one year, it was like me and it was Chuck and it was a couple other people. This dude was walking. He had a shirt in his hand. I just walked up and I took it and I took off. I went running through the fucking dude's chasing me through the fucking parking lot. Give me my Ozfest shirt. I'm like, fuck you. And I'm fucking just running. And I finally get tired of running. I turn around and I just start trying to beat his ass. He's like, hey man, I'll give you the shirt on my back if you just give me that shirt back. I'm like, fuck that. Come on, man, please. And I was like, all right, give me your shirt. So he took his shirt off and gave it to me. So I gave him back his Ozfest shirt. And then my ride left without me and I was fucking stuck out there.
It's fucking karma, motherfucker.
What a story.
So like I've trained my kids and I said, as soon as you buy this motherfucking shirt, I don't care how fucking hot it is outside, you put that shirt on. Because I used to take, like I remember I was at a corn concert, man. I was just snagging people's corn beanies. Boop,
So,
boop, boop.
okay, the shirt that you gave back, was it even your size?
I have no idea. That dude just was walking with a shirt and I seen it in his hand, so I just took it.
Oh, man.
Just for the simple fact of taking it.
Yeah, just for being a dick. Just for being a Kyle.
So, because I could never get concert shirts when I was growing up. So I had to take other people's to make it right. So now, like, you know, every time I take my kids to a concert, they have to get a concert shirt. It's just the way it is.
From a
But I'm
person
like,
that's walking with one, just to make it right.
what?
From a person that's walking with one.
Yes.
To make it right.
And I just tell them, I said, I don't care how fucking hot it is.
You
put
run
that
and
fucking
grab
shirt
that
on.
fucking shirt.
Don't let anybody take it from you, which I don't think people actually do that. I think that's just something that I did.
Yeah.
I don't actually think people do that because it's super dickish.
Yes, it is. Yes,
That's
it
like the most dickish thing you can do.
is. That is a correct statement, sir.
But I got corn shirts, I got corn beanies. I got all kinds of concert shirts from doing that.
Damn. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it's pretty dickish.
Yeah, I think so.
I was a kid though. It's all right now. Dude.
I was at Walmart.
It's all right
you know,
nowadays. It makes up for it.
Okay, so Kyle, so when we're outside of like Walmart and Costco, I'm gonna expect you to do that to people's toilet paper.
Oh, for sure.
All right, cool.
Yes, Wax Jock, that is Kyle's supervillain origin story.
That's what got me started with stealing concert shirts.
when I was in Walmart, I was walking in and this dude's fucking, you see this dude just a full cart of, I mean, it was full of tons of different shit, food, fucking electronics, everything.
Oh,
And he's just running out the store with it, man. And all you hear is some dude, Walmart guy go, "Yeah, I got a runner," and nobody gives two shits. Nobody does nothing. We got a runner. and
Yeah.
that's it. I'm like, how? I look at the dude. I go, how many times does that fucking happen? He goes, I don't know.
A lot. It happens a lot.
That's what's happening at Walmart. What about like Target? Like, what's going on at Target? I don't hear shit about Target.
People actually shop at Target.
Yes.
Target's the bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
I can
know.
get a frozen pizza and a
Oh.
decent shirt.
And a Starbucks
Go look at some basketball cards.
and some basketball cards. Fucking A. Fucking A. As a matter of fact, look at this shit. Let me find this shit. This shit. All right. Look what I got. So everybody's going crazy over basketball cards, right? Not right now, right? Kyle knows this, but I didn't know this until a couple days ago. But we bought a bunch of basketball cards, and the shitty thing is that they're college, right? They're the college prisms. Did you get any of the Zions, Kyle?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
Okay, so the college ones that we got that are going for like 150 graded, like 75 raw.
Sold.
But here's the crazy thing, right? The fucking NBA ones that were so hard to find, but I found some, and then I had a couple of buddies around the country that aren't into basketball cards find them in their areas, and I just buy them and send them money, and they'd send them to me. These are the fucking Zion rookies, right? From Prism, from this year Prism. They have parallels, okay? Where this is just the base card, but you can get these parallels in these where they're like super shiny and they're different colors. Just the base rookie cards raw are going for over $200 right now. Graded going for $1,000 a piece. I got 9 of them.
Why aren't you selling them?
I'm grading them. I'm sending them to the fucking PSA right now.
It takes too long, man. Just
Nope,
sell them.
I'm paying $35 a card to have it done in fucking 2 weeks. And then I got 2 of the fucking shiny green ones that are selling for $3,000 a pop graded.
Damn.
A fucking basketball card that just came out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what those Zion cards are, because I have a bunch of those Zion cards.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the parallel ones. Remember,
Yep.
I think I got a bunch of them when we did that one card opening we did.
Yep. That's crazy, dude. Unbelievable.
I haven't thought about sports cards in a long time.
There's money in them, dude, but they're hard to
They're
find.
so
now.
hard to find right now.
So, okay, I forgot. Sorry, that's me being stoned. So that story, I prefaced this, right? So those cards are selling for a ridiculous amount, but there was a website like a couple of months back where I just noticed it. I out of the corner of my eye, this little advertisement for it, and it was Fanatics. I guess it's a place that sells sports apparel.
Oh, okay.
They had these sets, a complete set of those cards available for like $70 a pop, right? And I get them, and you know what I mean? I paid $70 a pop, and they've got all the top rookies in them, and they're special like shinies. You know what I mean? They're like special. So that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, if you can play the game and find that was pure luck for me. But I know there's dudes that bought 30 of those sets for $70 a pop, knowing that these cards were going to sell for that. There's people that do it with computer parts. There's people that do that shit with computer parts.
I heard because of the coronavirus, computer parts they've like some of those parts have like doubled in price.
Really?
Well, yeah, because it's all from China. That was I was watching a thing this morning on the news. They had a professor from ASU talking about that most of our electronics and stuff, computer parts come from China. So and they say usually when something happens in China or like with the markets, it takes about 3 months before it affects us. And they've been dealing with this since November. So Apple, it's right to the point now where Apple's going to have a hard time getting phones. Computer parts are going to have a hard time getting to us. Electronics are going to probably be more expensive. You're going to see everything jump in price because of how hard it is for all this stuff and how much this is going to affect us. That's the one thing about the coronavirus is going to probably have a huge effect on the economy.
Did you guys hear about that fucking stupid Sylvia Brown book? You guys know who Sylvia Brown is?
Yeah, she's a psychic from Montel Williams. She died. I have 2 of her books.
But she is a fucking liar. Outed.
She's dead.
Yeah, she's dead now.
Yeah.
But you might have the book it's in. I think it's on page like 113 or 313.
I'll look for it. I'll dig it up. But I was the hugest Sylvia. I don't know why. I thought she was, dude, honestly, not to sound like a racist or nothing. I used to listen to Montel Williams, but I listened to it at work, but I worked outside. And remember those Walkmans that would have that you can get TV on?
Yep.
I would listen to Montel just on a headset. So I had no idea what Sylvia Brown looked like. I had no idea. So I thought she was like, I pictured her like, you ever seen Holes?
Yes.
Yeah, Della Reese person.
That's what I pictured Sylvia Brown to look like.
Yeah.
Like this little old black lady that's got all these jewels on and 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 then I look at her and I was like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, she is super Southern though, but she's just the white Southern.
But yeah, like it came
she's
out
like
that
all
like people in
Southern.
Like
hey,
people,
y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody in the crowd that she picked where it was predetermined. She already knew their backstories. And that's why they got picked in the Montel Williams crowd.
She was really good, and I remember a lot of people believed in her, but she turned out to be outed on a lot of shit she said because a lot of people were going to her, and she might have done this on the Montel Williams show. Is Montel Williams still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, he does commercials for like copper fit bands.
That dude's a fucking warrior, man. That dude's been through a lot. That dude went through fucking a hardcore cancer, dude. He was going through cancer.
He's a big weed advocate.
Yeah, fucking A, he is. Yeah. All right, so sorry, that was a little side note. So Cynthia Brown ended up getting outed because a lot of people were going to her who had their kids were missing. And she would tell them, sorry, your kid's dead. It's out in this field somewhere. Or she would say, your kid's alive. They are in the sex trade, da-da-da-da. And a lot of ones where she said, your kid's alive, da-da-da-da. Their kids were found, dead already. And they've been dead for, years, da-da-da-da. So she kind of went down. But a lot of people, there was a lot of times where she got shit right. And supposedly in one of her books, she fucking did, she said in 2020, a virus is going to hit that looks like the flu. That's just going to wipe a lot of shit out. But then it's going to disappear out of nowhere. And they're not going to know why it disappears, no reason. And it's going to just lay low for 10 years. And then 10 years, it's going to come back again with a vengeance.
I'll have to dig it up. Because I have a couple of her books.
And then she says like shit about what the flu symptoms are too, and I think that those match.
Hey, that whole shit with Dean Koontz with the Wuhan 400 or whatever it's called.
What's that?
He did this book in like 84 or 85, and it was about a virus that was going to happen in 2020 that came from China.
Holy shit!
Wuhan, whatever, and he did this book in 84, dude. Like crazy.
I don't know. You make stuff up, you're bound to get shit right.
I mean, like
The Simpsons have proved that time and time again.
Exactly, but I mean, like
I went on to that episode, season 4, episode 21 of The Simpsons, where they predicted the coronavirus. I watched that episode. Have you watched that episode recently?
I haven't.
So what it is it's a 1 minute. It's the very beginning. It's the first minute of that episode of The Simpsons. There's an infomercial for it's for a juicer. And so what happens is everybody ordered, a bunch of people, Homer orders, Principal Skinner orders it, a bunch of people order the juicer. What happens is when they're boxing it up, this Asian dude goes, shit. And then they just seal it up anyway. And so it gets shipped to the United States and they open it and it goes, poof. And then they get sick, but they don't. It's not called the coronavirus. It's called the Orozako virus, and it's got Godzilla behind it. But that's what the Simpsons did.
Damn,
crazy. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe just make enough shit up, you're eventually.
If you throw enough shit against the wall, dude, something will stick.
Yep. Yeah. And a lot more shit is going to be throwing against the wall here in the next couple months. So
It'll be interesting
Yeah,
to
because we
see.
don't have any toilet paper.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the effect this all has on like the comic book industry. Although I'm
Well,
sure a
it
lot of
already
these
is.
people,
DC to everybody stays at home. To
Yeah.
work
it
now.
already is. It's canceling the comic book. I mean, look at all the cons.
CGC.
CGC.
they're doing free. They're not even charging you for mail submissions right now for CGC.
What?
Yeah, they put out a big thing today where they're not gonna like.
You can get your books graded for free.
I don't think it's free grading, but it was like they're not charging you for submissions by mail. Let me see if I can find it.
They're smart. Put some money, get some money in while people aren't freaked out yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking advantage of that shit.
So for everybody that's in on the when is Kyle going to get his book back game, I checked. It's been 1 week. It's been 1 whole week, and my submission has not changed from processing. It's been there a week. So, but I mean, it's only been a week. But if they're saying a 5-week turnaround, and I bought a fast pass, which should make it at least what 3 weeks. It's been 1 whole week, and it's still sitting in their vault.
So CGC's turnaround right now for Modern, 2 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, they have no new books coming in because all the cons are getting canceled, so they better be.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. We got books at CGC, don't we?
No, they're getting ready to go out. Actually, that's why. Well, here's the thing. No, here's the thing.
It's cool, man. I know Sean's been out of town and shit.
Well, not only that, but why would it's those ones aren't going to be those? It's Moderns that are quick turnaround, and anything that's not modern takes forever. So I actually just told Chuck this. I was like, go get me a stack of Moderns to send in with this, so at least we have some books coming back, because the other shit is going to take forever.
I've got some Moderns in my stack.
If you want some Moderns graded, give me some Moderns, because
I know I've got Batman Adventures 12. I've
Okay.
got
oh yeah, no, I
First
thought you said
Deadpool.
if you have more though.
Oh,
Yeah, because like Chuck's gonna give me Detective 880, I think.
ooh, that's a good book.
Yeah, I think I might put a couple. I got a ton of Moderns I'm gonna send in, just because.
I think I have a few.
Yeah, I need to sell some of those
Just
fucking
joking,
Moderns.
Just playing. She likes to pop in at weird times when I'm talking about dumb shit, so I was just covering my ass.
That gotta be a clip. So, are you guys actually reading anything right now?
I'm scared of the coronavirus. I haven't gone to the comic book store. I'm just joking. I'm going in the morning after I get that metal piece.
Yeah.
But I'm reading Batman, and I'm still reading Flash, and then I'm hitting missing things like Thor. I've been buying the new Thor series, so that's next to read.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just so hard. You've got all this stuff you want to do, and it's like, okay, which ones do I need to do first? Which ones I need to do second? And I don't like pooping and reading. And I'm a fast pooper. Like I'm in and out in like 47 seconds because I hold it so long. So just like I couldn't even get the book out of the bag and board, dude. It's already done. Like I had to set it back down and wipe because it's.
Hold on, I don't mean to
done.
interrupt, but I found go back to the CGTC thing. So they released a response today that says, in response to inquiries from customers who will miss opportunities to submit for free at shows, CGC will adjust its membership requirements to allow free CGC memberships to submit directly to CGC headquarters until April 12th.
That's cool. Because normally, if you didn't have a paid membership, you couldn't send shit in. So now they're just letting everybody, like the McFarlane signing did.
Yep.
Oh shit.
That's cool. That's cool.
I think you can send shit in if you're not a member.
You got to have it. You got to do it through an authorized person.
Really?
If you've got the free membership, yeah, you can't send shit into them. You have to be a paid. That's CGC's thing, because that was CBC's big thing. Was you could just send them to us. We don't care. I mean, you could go. I might be wrong, but that's the way I understood it. But you always had to.
That's the way they make it sound in that article too. Let's see. I'm still reading some stuff. I've heard good things about this book, and apparently it makes some major changes to the Spider-Man 121 and kind of her death, but the Gwen Stacy series, Adam Hughes cover.
Yeah, that's cool cover.
X-Men is still going strong, and they're making a lot of they're making a lot of connections now to the events of House of M and the No More Mutants type thing. Like they reference Scarlet Witch and how she's pretty much outcasted from Krakoa because the whole No More Mutants thing.
What'd they say?
I can't remember what it. That was like last issue or 2 issues ago. A couple of mutants talking about her and Magneto's daughter and how she's just known throughout the mutant race for making it to where mutants didn't exist for no more mutants were existing for a while.
So she's like they're just trying to set the base to say how powerful this chick is.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be using that shit in the movies you watch.
They're trying to bring back Kitty Pryde was killed. They're trying to bring back Kitty Pryde and it's not working. Like they can bring back every other mutant. For some reason they're tried several times and failed to bring back Kitty.
And Sinister's trying to like make badass mutants, right? He's trying to sell that shit or something.
No, he uses his DNA splicing stuff to help regenerate the mutants of Krakoa. So like they're
but he makes them
people.
like super powered mutants. Like he can go give them extra powers and shit.
He hasn't given anybody extra powers yet.
Yeah,
that I've seen. Yeah, it's just bringing them back. They come back with like their full memories.
I thought Ileana became that Rasputin character. She got the Colossus powers.
Oh,
and
I have seen that cover where she's
I've seen the cover, but I don't remember having it in the book.
Yeah. So she had like
cover.
multiple. I thought that's what was the thing, that he was creating those like tri mutants or something like that.
That's the only thing that I think that whole plot line is hurting the X-Men books, in my opinion, because they're just blowing them up and bringing them back like it doesn't matter. Wolverine's been blown up at least 5 times already and brought back to life.
Yeah, but he can that's part of his healing powers.
No, like they rebirthed him.
That's weird.
Back to like full health. Like they did a cool thing where they had Domino captured and her captors were splicing off pieces of her and forming them to their own bodies so that Krakoa thought would register it as Domino coming through so they could attack the mutants and come through the portals. Well, she was all fucked up and then she got blown up and now she's healed again. So it's just, I just don't like the whole like being able to bring them, like rebirth them, you know? It's just weird.
Yeah.
Only DC can do that.
Well, that's where they're going. I guarantee it. I guarantee
yes,
they're going.
Kyle, only DC can do that.
I think that's where they're going with the whole Sinister thing, you know.
But go ahead.
Where he's, you know, kind of using that as like a drug type sale type thing, where he can say, "Hey, you want extra powers? I can give you extra powers," you know, by doing splicing shit. I
picked up this cover for X-Men this week because I thought it was kind of a badass variant.
Who is that? Is that Vision?
No, that's Magneto.
Oh, it's Magneto?
Mm-hmm. And then
what's the deal with fucking Cable?
He's young Cable. He's young.
Did they bring him back young, or did they go back in time and they're telling old stories?
He came from a different time period. So he's
like the X-Men?
Yeah, so he's young Cable.
Huh.
And then apparently Thor, I'm surprised that was like there's a lot of stuff going on Donny Cates' Thor. It seems like every issue this book comes out, there's something new in it.
He's a fucking genius when it comes to that stuff.
Apparently,
He
the
knows
big
how to
one-
get people to come back.
Thor 4, the big one is, I'll spoil it here because I don't really care, but first Loki holding Mjolnir.
Oh shit!
So,
That should be in my box. That just came out Wednesday.
yeah.
That should be in my box. I started subscribing to that.
So Lady Sif, pretty much now that Thor is Herald of Galactus, he gets into a fight with Beta Ray Bill, and Lady Sif shows up and kind of intervenes and tosses in, like, Thor throws Mjolnir at her and she deflects it with her sword in the Bifrost, and it comes crashing down at Loki's feet, and he picks up Mjolnir.
Hey, what's going on with Hope? Is she still around in the X-Men universe?
She is, but she has not been used tremendously yet. It's kind of weird because, I mean, they've only been focusing on certain mutants, and then now they just launched Wolverine. He's got his first standalone issue, and then they're getting ready to launch more books this summer. So it's a weird time for them.
Yeah,
but
weird time for comics. Shit.
But
Weird time for everything.
It's so hard to keep the X-Men stuff straight because it's not like you can just read one title and still get the full story. Like, they cross in so much now. So you kind of got to read, like, the only one I think you can get away with is New Mutants because it doesn't really have anything much to do with it. That and Excalibur, but, like, stuff going on in X-Men spills over into X-Force, spills over into, Marauders, and it's all kind of just stories told through books, to the point where the back of every issue of X-Men, like, they tell you what books to read that came out this month if you want the chronological story. Like,
That's good.
They have a whole, like, listing in the back of it. I can kind of show you, like, right there. It tells you what books come out that month and what order to read them in to be able to get the chronological story. So
that's cool. That's really cool.
It's just, there's so much, like, going on in the X-Men stuff, and it's because
you really have to be dedicated right now to
it does,
X-Men
yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of books to read just one story arc.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of separate books you're having to buy, and what the Marvel books are $5 a pop now, right?
No, $3.99. But that's the thing, like, Marvel will do anything big is gonna be like, anything big they do is usually like $4.99. So, like, anytime they do an event book, you're looking at $4.99, which sucks. But, like, this book is
toilet paper.
$3.99. Marvel likes to do the $8.99 bullshit too, or what DC does, and I'm surprised Marvel hasn't caught on to it yet. And I'm sure they will soon. DC, their variant covers are in a thicker cardstock, so they're $1 more.
Yep.
Jeez.
And that's all I buy for DC is I buy all the variant covers that's on my pull list. I don't want any A covers. I want all B covers. And I get it. I'm like, why the fuck is it so much? But oh well.
I just looked up the John Tyler Christopher variant for the Wolverine, and I guess Raw it's $150, but the CGC is like $450.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
Was that a variant, or that was just a regular cover, right?
C2E2 variant.
It was what?
Variant.
C2E2, yeah.
It was a C2E2.
Yeah. Yeah, think about all the people that aren't going to make money selling variants at shows.
Right.
It'll be interesting. I really don't think San Diego is going to get canceled. I really think that
Far out.
all this will be blown over by that time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be blown over. I just think it'll be
Or the
under
hysteria
control.
will be gone.
Exactly.
The mass hysteria will be gone. It'll be like this, it'll be looked at like, oh, you're sick, you got corona. Okay, you know.
Just make sure you don't touch anything.
We'll treat it like we do the flu. Like, ooh, I don't want to get sick, but it's not going to stop you.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. If you got pneumonia symptoms, you're probably not going to a con.
The weird thing about this virus is they're saying a lot of people don't show symptoms from it. And that's one of the biggest things.
What they're saying is they won't show symptoms for up to a number of days.
No, and they're saying that there's also cases where they don't show symptoms at all. And that's what the scary thing is that people are walking around carrying this, but they're not showing symptoms of it, and they never get sick.
I so hope that's what I'm doing.
So you're just spreading it around. That's why they're starting to do the mass quarantines. That's why your companies are doing the mass quarantines and the work from home stuff. And
I'm going to make sure to go a lot of places tomorrow and just go and hope I just have
well,
it.
chances are you probably don't, because there's not a lot of cases in Arizona yet right now. I think there are like 9.
It's because I've been inside.
Yeah. It's because we all stay inside because it's always so hot. Or rainy.
It'd be awesome if I had coronavirus and didn't have any symptoms. Oh, that'd be awesome.
The one good thing that's coming out of this, though, that people are reporting is that internet providers, AT&T being the first one to do it now, when you do your internet, you have a cap. They cap you. So like Cox, that's like if you use like 1 terabyte of internet, they cap you. So AT&T has removed limit caps.
Really?
For the time being, yep. I think it's AT&T and Comcast.
But are there routers that can deal with over a terabyte?
Yeah, it's just your normal.
Well, it's just the amount
usage.
of information that
Right.
you use. It's the amount of data that you use, not the data coming in.
Right.
Not the actual amount of data coming in. It's the amount of data that you use, like going on the internet.
Right.
This right now, like if you worked from home and you used your own internet.
So could you even use that more than a terabyte's amount?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Every month, every month, I get a warning. That
And they
says,
just charge you
85%.
Yep. And they charge you like an extra $10 for 50 more gigs and
Cox
But
does?
you can, but you can buy an unlimited package.
yeah, it's just
Because I was about to say
super
I'm at
expensive.
unlimited. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just super expensive, but yeah, Comcast and AT&T
it's not that
right
bad.
now
It's like $90.
Yeah, mine's $90.
Yeah,
have offered they're removing limit caps for the time being while people are quarantined at home. So
if do you have to call them and say, "Hey, I'm quarantined"?
they're just doing it automatically. It's for all their customers because of people being quarantined at home. So
I'm fucking quarantined at home.
just like it's crazy, like the effect this is going to have on everything. Like all these movies being pushed back, it's delayed production on every single Marvel and
It's
Disney
because all
Plus
the
show.
movies are made across the pond.
Right.
That's why they're doing it, because no one can fly there.
Yep. And all
It's not because they want to. It's because
Right.
there's flight restrictions.
It's postponed all the filming for all the Disney Plus shows, Mandalorian, Falcon Winter Soldier. All those shows have been postponed.
You know what they should do?
All the
Film it in America.
all the talk shows. Well, no, even the talk show. Jimmy Fallon, all the talk shows are being put on hiatus right now because of it.
America.
So
Come
they're just not.
America.
It's going to put a
America.
big damper on everything.
America.
No, not America.
America.
Like even there's
America.
movie theaters that are cutting down the amount of tickets they're going to sell to where they're only going to sell a ticket for every other seat.
Good. I
To
might
cut
go
that
see
down.
the movies now.
Yeah, there you go. So
I
like,
hate sitting next to motherfuckers.
just think, you gotta we're gonna all this sickness. You can't see a movie. There's no new shit on TV. Like how at some point it's gonna get boring. So you're gonna be consuming a lot of stuff.
Everybody's going to be watching a shit ton of. They're going to be watching Outbreak over and over and over again on Netflix.
Yep. That's actually, they were talking about that today. That actually the streaming numbers of that have jumped tremendously.
Because people are stupid.
What was that article you said that the CGC was recommending people watch The Walking Dead, Kyle?
I think that was a joke.
Oh, okay. I was like,
that was a joke article.
I was
I
like,
think Adonis froze.
Adonis did freeze. He was like Walking Dead, and he was like, "Shh-cha." He's just miming, dude. He's a really good mime. We didn't know that about
Yeah,
Adonis.
he kicks ass.
Yeah.
Not moving.
Adonis is frozen in time. He said the magic word, fake news, and he froze. But
He's triggered. He's so triggered. He's frozen.
I mean, it's got such a massive effect on everything. Like them closing Disney, them moving movies. Like A Quiet Place 2 was supposed to come out next week, and they put that on a definite hiatus. So it's just crazy the effect all this is having on everything.
You know what I was thinking is part of it too is the society we're living in now is everybody like it seems like all these businesses are scared and they have to jump on these I'm calling it a bandwagon. But do you think I think a lot of these companies are doing it because if they don't, people will boycott them. People will stop buying their products. They didn't stop doing their thing through the coronavirus, so we're not going to. And I think a lot of it is fear that if they don't put out this letter and they don't stop doing it, then they're in the long run, people are going to stop using it because they were not, coronavirus friendly. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's what a lot of it is. I think that's what a lot of these they almost like they feel like they have to do it. Oh my God, this business stopped, this stopped. We better, because like all of a sudden, like within the last 2 days, every company you're getting an email that you're subscribed to. Every company is sending you this same generic made like.
This is what we're doing to combat the coronavirus.
And that's what everybody. And I think people are doing it so that they're to make sure that people remember, oh yeah, when the coronaviruses they did all this stuff, they shut down. And I think that's why they're doing it.
Well, like
I really think that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, like Grizzle Geek said, and I touched on earlier, they said it in their show tonight. It's gonna cause. You're gonna see, we talk about all the time. Pop culture podcasts like us, we all talk about the same thing. They talk about the new TV shows, movies, news.
Talking about pooping.
Well, yeah, that was us. But it's gonna put a damper on all that for all these people because I mean they shut down the production of all the CW shows right now because of it. So there's no new content to talk about. So you're gonna have to see these shows get creative. Like, we'll have to become creative, and we don't have content just handed to us. Now we'll have to go and search out and make content. It's not. We're not gonna have all this stuff just handed to us. Like,
I'm glad.
Like we normally do.
Oh my God! It's gonna force podcasts to be original.
You're 100% right.
Oh my God! Now we all can't talk about the same goddamn thing.
Well, you're 100% right. No. But that's why I said I think it could be a good thing for us and a lot of the other shows, because it means that people are going to start consuming stuff and looking for things to consume in different ways, and it could draw more attention to podcasts or more attention to like what we do, or YouTubers or anything like that. It's an interesting time because it's unknown territory. Like, would you ever have thought that in your lifetime we'd be sitting here in 2020 in a quarantine because there's a fucking mass virus going around?
Yes, because everything is oversensitive now.
I would have never thought that I would be working from home because it's not safe to go into the office, or people are being quarantined into shit. And
if I'm quarantined into shit, I'm going to be pissed.
Only the strong will survive.
I hope I have toilet paper.
Right? Toilet paper and water. Lots and lots of
wipes.
water.
As long as I have wipes, I'm cool.
It is. It's just mass panic, but it's like it froze the stock market. They had to use the crash trigger on the stock market the last 3 days because of this shit. Like it's crazy. Like something that people have been fighting for to get paid sick time. Luckily, we get it. It's part of the law now here in Arizona where we get paid sick time for up to 40 hours. But people are fighting, and Congress is pushing, and the president is pushing to get people free sick time or paid sick time for this shit. It's crazy to think it's doing, and just to think what it's going to do to everything that we consume on a daily basis. It'll be interesting to see how it affects things like that, you know. But
It's either two things are either going to happen. Like Kyle said to me, I think I forget when we were talking when you said it. Either spring is going to come and it's going to fucking die, and they're going to figure it out, or we're fucked.
oh, I think the summer comes and it's gonna die.
Well, they're saying now that there's only a certain strain of the coronavirus that dies with the heat.
Yeah, but they've said it's already mutated twice.
Yeah.
So
That's dope.
it's weird. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Now it's the Dos Equis
Yep.
virus.
It's the Corona Light.
It's rotated. It's mutated twice, and now it's the Dos Equis.
The first time it mutated, it was with lime. It's pretty funny. We lost Adonis, though.
Oh man, that's crazy. Here's the craziest thing to me. The craziest thing to me is that they've shut down money-making ventures. Sport.
Yep.
Right?
Trillions are going to be lost. Trillions are going to be lost.
Like I say that and I start feeling sick.
Oops.
Yep.
I'm like, oh man, I think I got my chest doesn't feel good, man.
Who won the Stanley Cup in 2020? Oh, wait.
Nobody.
Yep. Who won the NBA title the year Kobe Bryant dies? Who won the NBA title that year? Oh, wait,
The
nobody.
coronavirus.
Yeah.
Or what could happen is all these guys who are fucking injured, who are not going to make the playoffs, are going to have an extra 3 months to rest and going to fucking come in and tear it up.
It's gonna fuck everything up.
That's awesome.
They should just have a mad like round robin tournament for the Stanley Cup. Everyone's in the playoffs and it's just single elimination.
Because every NHL player right now is hurt.
Then maybe you'll see the Coyotes in the NHL finals again. It's just a single elimination tournament until you get to the finals, and then it goes 7 games.
Yep. Oh my god.
Yeah, like Grizzly said, Disney shut down for only the second time in our lifetime.
What was the first time on 9/11?
I'm not sure when the first time was.
Had to have been 9/11, right?
I'm assuming. Or Disney and Orlando shuts down for hurricanes and stuff, but that's
Chuck
crazy.
says Plague Inc. is an app on the iPhone. You guys played it yet?
It's because you create your own virus and you see how fast it spreads around the world. I think it's that one, but it tells you from ground zero to like world contamination. It'll show you like how fast it infects countries.
Grizzly Geek says 9/11.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Wax Jocks due to my anal wards, but then they're back with a vengeance.
In the winter, they always come back. Damn anal warts.
And if those are just as bad as hemorrhoids, I feel bad for you, brother. I feel your pain.
Do you have hemorrhoids, Brian? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I do. And they fucking suck.
Do you have a little donut you sit on?
Nope, I'm a man. I can handle pain.
A little donut.
You just put Preparation H because it feels good on the whole.
Cocaine.
Yes, Preparation H feels good on the whole.
No, just get some cocaine, dude.
And put it in your hole?
Yeah,
in your man pond?
In your man pond, yeah.
Well, think about it, right? People
butt snort it.
They always grab a little piece and rub it on their gums and like, oh, I love my gums are numb. So fucking you want to numb that shit up, put some cocaine on it.
What do you do to treat your hemorrhoids?
Cocaine.
So Grizzly says
cocaine.
The 4 times in history Disney closed was now 9/11, JFK assassination, and an earthquake.
Who's
1965?
Who is that behind that? Who's doing that for them? Is that
Mike?
Okay. So Mike's part of that Disney cult too.
Yep. All the Disney cult.
There is, I swear to God, man, he'll even admit it. There is a cult of Disney fans. Disney fans are a fucking cult, dude. They're like Mormons who like anime.
And he's back.
Hi.
He unfroze.
You were that triggered, you froze and went away.
I guess so.
Butt
He had to get a
rocket.
beer.
He had to go get a
Comes
Corona.
back with a beer.
But it's not Corona. Although it is a beer that my friend made when I went to Mexico. So
It's coronavirus free.
it's a Mexican IPA.
It's mutated. It's mutated Corona.
It's a Dos Equis.
Tres X.
Dos Equis. But I'm surprised that you didn't see anything from Shang-Chi in the top 10.
You see what Wax put on wrote there? MMJ is good for roids, bro. How is MMJ? I don't want to hear this one. I want to hear that one, my friend. Because I feel like in MMJ there'd be a lot of like grunting and pressure and core strength shit. I've heard of people fucking getting hemorrhoid surgery and pushing a shopping cart the next day and their hemorrhoid pops back out. So I don't want to fucking hear about how I would really want to hear about how jiu-jitsu is good for roids.
I thought MMJ was medical marijuana.
Oh. Yeah.
You ain't wrong.
I'm thinking, Jesus, you're fucking right. I am stoned, my friend. I read MMA, not MMJ.
I don't know. I just think it's a huge thing. The entire fucking world is coming to a screeching halt over this. Everything we do is canceled. All of our conventions, E3. It's just all done. Screeching halt.
Crazy.
Oh.
There's no walking the other day. Medical marijuana topicals.
I think Chuck's talking about when he has his hemorrhoids worked on.
I've heard that
after they fall out of your butt.
Yeah. There is
you try to stuff it back in there and you realize you can't.
Oh.
No, they put a little rubber band around it like they do like deer nut or like cow nut.
It falls off.
Just dies and falls off, huh? They just use the little rubber bands that they use for braces. Just fucking clamp that shit off.
And they're purple to match the purple Skittles.
Yep. If you got hemorrhoids so big you can speed bag, you got a real problem.
For real. For real.
Look at yeah, I like Wax Jocks says my point is proven. Yeah, you're fucking right, dude. You are right. MMJ is great for just about anything. I fucking agree, man.
Oh, man.
Fucking speed bag your hemorrhoids, bro.
But thanks for the roids falling out of your butt info, dude.
Hey, once they fall out of your butt, dude, you've got to go to the doctor. That's it, dude. You go to the doctor, dude. They cut that shit. I'm telling you, once they fall out, dude, you go to the doctor quick because chances are you're fucking bleeding out.
Yeah, you're in pain.
Jesus.
Chad says it's called a hernia if you can speed bag it.
That's fucking terrible, man. I got one. So do you think this might help the medical marijuana industry? The
speed bagging your hemorrhoids? Maybe. No, I don't know.
You can grow your own fucking weed and you can make your own medicine. Right?
Well, I do know that you can't you can't grow weed. I think it's like 2 miles or something like that within the 2 miles from where a dispensary is or something.
Oh,
like
yes, you can.
Oh,
yeah. Up to like 4 plants. Yeah. Up to like 4 plants. But you might be right. You might be right. I don't know. I haven't heard that. I have to go
do whatever you want in your fucking
That's
closet.
what they told me when I got my card. So
yeah. Did you get yours with the 2 year or the 1 year? 2. Yeah, I have to go redo mine to get mine 2 years. It's coming up.
Yeah, I got mine in January.
Yeah.
Just wait till November.
Yeah.
Lifesavers, my friend. They are lifesavers.
Wait till November, and then you will have to have it.
But I seriously think that this could totally fucking help the like homeopathic industry.
Yeah.
And I think
it would be a way to get the economy restarted if it's going to be as bad as they think it's going to be after all this.
yeah. Fuck yeah. Start growing weed, people. Fuck toilet paper. Just grow weed. You can make some hemp.
Yep.
So,
Wipe
yeah,
your
you
ass
make
with
some
some
hemp
hemp.
toilet
Wipe your
paper.
ass with cloths like people used to
I
do
mean,
back
you're
in
doing
the day.
two things at once. You're cleaning your butt and you're curing your hemorrhoids. So just
Yeah.
It's a twofer.
yeah.
Yeah.
You better
It's a
watch out because Kyle might come trying to speed bag your hemorrhoids.
Somebody take a clip of that and actually put some hemorrhoids on there and add some.
And add the noises.
Yeah.
Wax Chuck says it's 28
Here,
miles from
I'll do
a
it like this
dispensary.
so it looks more official.
Chad says 5 miles from a school.
Like you
Okay.
can't even grow like one or two plants.
You can't grow them for sale.
Oh yeah,
that's
for personal
Okay.
use. For personal use.
Yeah, you just keep it to yourself. You can do whatever you want.
I gotta go to the hospital.
That's I gotta go to the hospital. Peace out.
That's funny, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, there you go. They buy all the TB. I'm buying all the plungers. Checkmate.
Dude.
Fucking Wax Jock said, good luck. I haven't seen a seed in 15 years. Chad says, seed? Nobody's seeds, bro. Clone it.
There you go.
A whole discussion about how to grow marijuana in our chat.
How the fuck do you clone it? You cut like a piece off and then cut like a triangle into another one and like tape it on there or something. And they like fuse.
Are
Says,
you
he says,
I'm
I'm not
asking the
sure.
question.
I thought
Oh.
it was no cultivating at all within 20 miles of a dispensary.
If they don't know,
There was
why the fuck does it matter?
there was something like that because I thought about like what if I grow my own stuff, and the dude was just like, yeah, you can't do it, you can't like grow and sell or something like that within a certain
There's the key part: sell.
yeah
You could buy a little closet rig with some lights and grow everything you want.
Get the
Just
fucking
keep-
hydro.
Just keep it to yourself.
yeah.
Bust out with the homies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not only that, what about making your own alcohol?
Yeah, make that toilet liquor.
That bathroom liquor.
That baby shit tub liquor.
Yeah. That tub liquor.
I want to make whiskey so bad. It'd be fucking awesome.
Why haven't you yet, man?
Because Nubia's scared I'll blow the house up.
I think it's a rational fear.
That's
It's a
very
reasonable fear.
Yeah.
Blow
Yeah.
your house up.
I just have to get through the distillery part. Then I just put it in a barrel and it just sits there. I just have to get through the making process of it. It's not like I'm going to make moonshine.
We should make an Absolute Geek beer to sell,
We should-
or mead. We should hook up with Jade and make mead and make an Absolute Geek mead so people can drink while playing your drinking game.
I would love to make beer. Like I really like IPAs and.
Do they have
ales.
stores dedicated to buying all this shit to
Yeah.
brew your own beer?
Brew your own beer.
Brew your own beer.
They have stores dedicated to buy roasted brew.
Brew your own beer.
Goddamn store.
Store dedicated brew your own beer.
I'm gonna drink some motherfucking North whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, like I like when they have the big like, kegs and they put it on their shoulder, like their arm, like this, like the old school fucking, like
The old school moonshiners.
yeah, where they
Old
do it
school
like
shiners.
you have to rest it on this, and they have to like pick it up when they drink it, like the old. Hey, Wax, I got a quick question because he says you can't grow as a private individual AZ to sell at all. What if you don't want to sell? Yeah, fuck it.
Then it doesn't matter because you're just doing what you want in your own four walls.
pretty much like, yeah.
Making mead, bro. I'm telling you.
I mean, it's not like you're putting a sign in your front yard that says, "Hey, I'm growing weed for myself."
Hey, I'm growing.
Attention, growing weed just for myself.
Please stay on sidewalk.
For myself.
Well, I wouldn't put up a sign if I was trying to sell it either.
No.
Put it on your door, like no soliciting. Growing weed for myself. Just want you to know, growing weed for myself.
I listened to this hockey podcast, and
Not anymore. You don't.
Yeah,
It got postponed.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Coronavirus strikes again.
they're called they're one of the podcasters is a former player named Ryan Whitney, and they got a vodka from one of the main vodka people, and it's called Pink Whitney, and it's got a outline of his face, but it's just vodka made with pink lemonade because that's what he likes to drink. And it's selling fucking like crazy and just making these guys all this money because people are starting to actually like the drink.
Huh.
And I never thought of that. I never tried to mix. I mean, I've tried to mix vodka with everything to make it taste good. And I never tried pink lemonade. I should try that.
It's good. Pink lemonade, cranberry juice is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cranberry lime. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Dude, you pour that shit in some cherry Coke and it's all good.
Fucking Chuck.
Yeah, but it leaks out of his four walls. That's what's happened. It leaked out. It like leaked out of his four walls and he like fell asleep at the intersection type of shit. It didn't work out for me.
Oh my god.
You can't let anybody in on the secret.
Yeah.
I really do. I really think that it'll be legal here after November. January 1st, it'll be legal.
I didn't even know it was going to really actually be on the ballot this year.
That's what it's looking like, so.
Well, I'm worried that they're going to run some stupid shit in the background of that bill because they know it's going to, so many people want to just get it passed that they're going to have some stupid shit in there like, only certain groups can grow, If you're going to make it legal, it should just be legal. Like anybody can go to their backyard.
I think that I'm not sure because we don't live there, but isn't that how it is in like California and Nevada? You can grow up to like 5 plants for personal use.
I don't know.
Because that's like the whole thing about South Park when they made fun of it is you could grow your own weed in your house up to like 5 plants.
But see, here's the thing about California. Well, Northern California.
That's Colorado.
Everybody's been growing up there for years anyways. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Like up there, it's the cops literally, if they can go spend all this money to go, knock out one grower over here. While they're doing that, 2 more growers pop up in his place and, or are thriving. So,
dude, I watched that special on Netflix.
Murder Mountain. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Murder Mountain?
Yeah, there's a special on Netflix because the area, I mean, it's kind of.
It's Humboldt County.
Yeah, it's the Mendocino, the green triangle, I guess the Emerald Triangle. But anyways, it's like, you're dealing with some people up there that I'm not going to say that are outlaws, but they have that lifestyle of like, fuck the government, we're going to have our own community, this and that. And they have like, sometimes you deal with some shitty stuff out there. And there's this place called Murder Mountain up there where all these people just end up being lost.
Yes.
You want a good documentary on Netflix for your quarantine days? Watch Don't Fuck with Cats.
That shit's I can't watch that shit.
It's insane.
Dude, it's
I
insane.
can't watch it.
It is
If that dude wasn't so narcissistic, that dude would have gotten away with it, no questions asked. Or there would have been questions asked, but he would have got away with it without a problem or a care in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But he was so narcissistic that he had to have attention that he just couldn't get away from it. Like if he never joined that original group and said his name, he'd still be walking around in Canada today.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but you know what? I can't watch. One thing that I've always believed is if you can hurt animals, then like I don't want to fucking know you. You know what I mean? Like if you're the type of person that can hurt animals, then I don't want anything to do with you. I cannot watch fucking somebody hurting animals. I'm a pussy when it comes to that shit. If you want to say that, you know what I mean?
You can't watch
that shit. I
kitty
can't
get fucking vacuum sealed.
No,
Yeah, it's fucked.
no. That's why. It's the same reason why I can't. I never watched that dude get his head chopped off by the fucking by the Al Qaeda or whatever back in the day.
Oh shit, yeah.
I said no, man. I remember I was working at a fucking at a wafer fab, and everybody, would check their emails, and that shit just started coming in emails, and everybody was looking in, in the little pods where they had them the computers, and you just see everybody around these pods, and I'm like, what the fuck are they looking at? Everybody's like, dude, this dude's got his head chopped off. I'm like, I want no part of that. Once you see that shit, you can't unsee it.
I saw it like 4 times, dude.
You watch him go, and you see his throat fucking, the throat flap going.
When it's real, it bothers me.
See, I went to I think not the first time, but I went to the Museum of Death in LA when I was in high school, and I sat there and I watched all of those videos. Like I just watched them, and I sat there for like a couple of hours, and I knew they were real. But at the same time, I was just like, that's very interesting.
Well, that's a whole lot about Adonis.
Are you talking about the one? Did you see the one where they chop everybody up in like slices, these little slices, and show like they'll like show like these people that I forget. There was a exhibit that was going around like a museums around the country.
Oh, the one where they break them down and then they have the different muscles. Human.
It's just called Humans.
Humans, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That shit was. I went and saw that shit, and you know what? I have never ever had the only one time in my life where I ever had changed my mind on the thought of. I've always, not to get political, but I've always said, I'm not a fucking woman, so I'm not going to talk about abortion. That's not my place. So I don't.
Oh,
what?
Yeah. I don't talk about abortion because I'm not a woman. So that I've always felt like that's just not my gig. So I try not to talk about it. But I remember going to that thing and they show like the different phases of real fetuses.
Yeah.
And when you can get to a point where you can see like human forms and shit, and it's like that's a point where a lot of these women are getting abortion. That was the first time that I was like actually had a really fucking hardcore thought about it, and that shit makes you think, man. Just seeing that stuff.
And he smoked some weed and poof, that
all good
away.
again.
Yep, it was all good again.
Jaw feel.
Yeah.
Cancer.
By the way, it's cannabis.
Yeah.
That is a correct statement, sir.
Yes. No more weed in this country for me.
Yeah, we don't talk about it like
this. This is a medicine.
America.
I don't know. I think if I saw it in person, it would be different. But like on the internet, it doesn't bother me.
I think I saw some of the Humans exhibit, like when it was in Florida for a little bit. I saw like a little bit of it. I didn't go in there. I was around it, and I saw like I could see some of it, and it didn't really bother me. When I was 6, I almost lost my arm, so I saw a lot of blood and muscle tissue.
When I was 6, I used to get dissed by the chicks.
So if you.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, how'd that fucking happen?
I was up in a tree at my daycare, and someone pushed me out, and a broken tree branch went into my arm. Ooh. And it's called degloved. So you remember in Terminator 2?
Degloved.
Yep. And it was basically that up to right here.
Fuck.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
all I saw was like bone and muscle.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
that happens a lot in mechanics too, with mechanics, right?
Yeah. I think my uncle did that with like a piece of his hand.
I think Chuck did that with his finger.
Yeah, it gets caught on rings a lot, and it'll.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I had not the same thing happen, but when I was a kid, like I was up in a tree and I fell and I slid down it, and there was a little piece sticking out of a branch that got caught on my leg and ripped my whole. Did the same thing to my leg, not where it degloved it, but it got to the point where it ripped it all the way around and then stopped, so it couldn't. So I was like, I remember seeing it and like you said, just seeing the tissue and shit. But I was a dumbass and I was like fucking like a half a mile away from home when it happened. So I just pure adrenaline jumped on my bike and started riding home, and blood just was fucking filling up my fucking shoes. It was crazy, man. I just didn't look down. I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna look down. Just go.
When it happened with me, like I think because I fell off the tree and I hit the bottom, and underneath on the root of the tree there was concrete around there, so I think I got knocked out.
Oh,
so I remember like waking up and then thinking like, whoa, what's going on? And then seeing my arm, like, oh. And then I went to like all the daycare people, and like I showed them like, hey, I need help, and they passed out. And then finally the bus driver, she came in and she was like, holy shit, and then she called the ambulance.
So did you lose a bunch of nerves and feeling at all?
Nope.
Not anywhere on your arm?
Like here.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's numb and it's weird.
Like dead skin, right?
So now you can be like kick-ass, but just with that part of your arm.
No, because when I played football in college, like and like I would tackle somebody, sometimes their helmet would hit there, and I would lose feeling in my hand.
Yeah.
So
They call that the stranger. Put that to work when you get home. It's called the stranger.
The phantom
Stranger.
Stranger. I don't know, like back to the body thing for a minute. I think I'm just desensitized to seeing it like that because I've been seeing pictures of that shit since I was a little kid. Because my dad was in the Coast
seen
Guard.
It for real is
No,
a
like
little
I think
bit
seeing
different.
it, like if I were to see it happen in person, it'd be way different. But like seeing it on the internet, it's just like my dad was in the Coast Guard, so he would show me pictures of dead people all the time that they pulled out of the water, all covered in like shit and green and shit falling off. And you know, if you've ever seen like what was it, We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson, when the dude gets napalmed and they go to pull him out and they pull on his legs and it's like his legs meat peels down his skin.
Yep.
Tell me about a time they pulled a guy out of the water and he went to grab him and that happened to his arm. He grabbed him by the arms, went to pull, and whoosh, it just fucking slid right up.
Like the time me and Chuck pulled into that Walgreens, and
that one Walgreens.
That dude blew his head off in the car next to us.
Oh fuck!
And and his door was open, and he fell out of the car.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Dude, it was crazy. And we were like,
what the fuck?
We were like,
I hope to God you were fucking high on something. I don't care what it is. I don't know how you get around that, dude.
Dude, it was like there was like we were the only people there, and like so there were like no cops, like no fire department, like there was no one on the way, nothing. It was like just fresh. Like we were the people sitting there, and I think we just ended up like we got in the car and we just backed up and we just drove away. We didn't want nothing to do with that shit.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chad.
Yes, 43rd and Cactus, Chuck. That's where it was.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Chad. Watching dead people fuck does not seem entertaining to me. I apologize.
You know, like that one time I was at this intersection on 35th and Dunlap, and there was an accident right in front of me, and the dude flew out the windshield.
Jeez.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow. Like, you can watch that shit on TV, man, and it ain't no thing, dude. But when you watch that motherfucker fly out like 15 feet in front of you, fly out of the windshield and land on his hood.
That's what I'm saying. Watching it online, it doesn't bother me. But if I were to see it in person, it's probably a whole different story.
What about watching like pets and animals be harmed and shit.
I don't like watching animals get harmed at all. That
Fuck.
Honestly, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
like
Wow.
I was feeding my dog something the other day in the car. I took Brent to go get something to eat, and I'm not eating carbs or sugar, so I was giving Max fries, and like I just went to go through some of the seat, and he was eating, and he thought I was trying to take it from him, so he like just nipped at me, didn't bite me hard, nipped at me, so I smacked him in the face, and I felt like shit afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't like hitting my dog at all, but when he tries to bite, that's where I draw the line.
Yo, like I think it was because I spent me growing up before my brother came out around, because he's 10 years younger than me, so he came out when I was 10, and before he came around, like I spent a lot of time by myself because my mom was going to school, and then my dad was working construction in Miami and stuff like that, and then traffic out there. Traffic here is nothing compared to traffic over there, man. That shit is it ain't shit. Anyway, he would sit up there and like take forever to come home, and I spend a lot of time by myself. So like I would go and hang out with my friends back home, and I mean, there's so many things in Florida that can kill you and that are critters and stuff like that. So we used to just fuck around with shit all the time, like squirrels, ducks, like.
Well, I think every kid goes through that phase for a short period. It's whether you continue to do it and enjoy it. Yeah.
I never continued, but like it still never bothered me. I remember I was walking my dog one time when I in high school, and my dog was like going crazy, like yanking, like trying to go after this duck that was right there at the park, and I'm sitting up there like, stop, chill, man, like chill and everything like that. And my dog was pulling, and I was just like, you know what, fuck this, and I let go of the leash, and she ran after the duck and was chasing it. I was just like, look at that, that's crazy, that's funny. And then the duck flew into went into the road, and a car came by, and the duck ran, the car ran over the duck, and then like my dog got like part of its foot ran over. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get in trouble. First thought. And then I went over to get my dog and picked her up and everything like that. And she was hurt, but like nothing too crazy. But then I remember smelling the blood of the duck. That's what I remember. And I remember the duck was like, the head was all like almost hanging off.
When you get the smell of the duck.
Well, this fucking podcast took an evil turn real quick, didn't it?
No, it wasn't real quick. This one's been a slow burn.
It started with pooping issues and Corona to
now we're talking
bodies and shit.
This one was a character build.
About shit.
This was a character build.
Way to end a show.
Yeah, slow burn. We're used to opposite. We're used to Brian starting the show with something that's a downer, not ending it like that. Fuck. We've all done stupid shit like that, though. Like, I caught a fucking sea turtle in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico just because the fucking charter boat captain told me not to. We were charter fishing, and he was like, I was like, oh shit, there's a sea turtle, and he was like, don't catch it. What do you think? I was halfway, as he was saying, don't catch it. My line was going out, and I'm reeling in. My dad's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just reeling it in. I was like, I caught a turtle. And he was like, we could get in trouble for that. He cut my line and shit. And I was like,
that's even worse.
10 years old, man.
Because now it's got this freaking thing in its
fucking.
They work those things out.
Right through their nostrils.
Fishing at my aunt's condo in Florida, and they've got those. I don't know. They got those big fucking ponds.
Yep.
And fishing in it, and there's a bunch of ducks, and fucking dad, don't cast in the ducks, as I'm already letting it go into the ducks. It was like, just didn't care.
I was going fishing with my friend and in one of those ponds, and I cast my shit out already, like, and he was just like, dude, watch this. And it was like in springtime, and the ducklings had already hatched, so he caught one of the ducklings in the line and then threw it out, and then he kept bringing it back. He was like, I'm trying to catch an alligator or some shit like that. I was like, fuck, dude. Man, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, it gets a little bit too much, man. Like when it gets to be too much, I'm like, I'm not with that. I went shooting with a buddy, a really good friend of mine, and we're out there shooting. We used to shoot just fucking like clay pigeons.
Yeah.
And this fucking hummingbird comes flying by, and he goes, watch this, and just fucking takes a shotgun and blows this thing out of the fucking air. And I go, dude, what the fuck? And then the fucking hummingbird's mate comes and starts flying around looking for his dead fucking, and he shoots that motherfucker. And I was like, dude, I'm done.
Hey, at least they're together in bird purgatory or
I
whatever.
was so shitty, man. You know what that is? That's the pussification of America. Fucking Disney, fuck Disney, making us think that fucking these animals. No, I'm just joking.
Donald can do it, and
So speaking
Daffy
of
Duck can shoot people. It's all right.
Speaking of that, I think it's a good time to end everything. Fucking 3 hours in here.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a long one. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for leaving you guys in you know.
Holy shit, my mind just got blown. I never put two and two together. Chad just said ducks, ... coyote food. Fuck. Hell yeah, those are easy fucking pickings for coyotes. I always thought the coyotes were out searching for cats and rabbits. Those ducks, man, that's just fucking pulling apples off a tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You forgot to say allegedly.
I did.
Allegedly.
All right.
I was a stupid kid. It wouldn't be something I would do today. But
Who wasn't?
Yeah, pretty much.
it flies, it dies. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I think I remember one time. I think it was me and Chuck again. I think we were out fishing at a lake. I did a lot of stuff with Chuck. So, and I think we got bored of fishing, and I think I started trying to catch the birds that were flying over the lake. So I was taking my fishing pole. I think that's what I ended up doing because I got bored because I wasn't catching any fish.
Oh fuck.
But it just got out of control because then I'm just like fucking throwing it everywhere and shit.
Jesus.
Oh, that's great. I don't think I caught one. I think that was the same trip I caught a Birkenstock. And then I spent like 3 hours trying to catch the other one because for some reason I thought both of them were in the water. I caught like I had we were fishing and we didn't used to use worms because worms were for shitty fishermen, so we used lures. So we were going and I was like, I thought I got a fish, man, because it was fucking fought, man. That Birkenstock fucking fought. And I was fucking I fucking finally got it all in. I was like, fuck, it's a goddamn Birkenstock. And I was like, ooh, it's a Birkenstock. I'm gonna catch the other one. And for some reason I thought the right one was out there.
Oh man.
So I just spent a whole bunch of time like looking for the other Birkenstock, and then it dawned on me, the sun came up and I was like, you know what, they probably just lost one.
Oh man. Probably just lost one. That makes a lot of sense.
Honestly though, it took me a few hours to realize that I really wanted that other I've never been a fan of Birkenstocks, but that night I really wanted the pair.
Hey, look, free is my favorite seasoning.
Dude,
So
do you imagine you're walking around in your brand new Birkenstocks and you're like, I got Birkenstocks? Fuck yeah, I caught them both.
yeah, I got these bitches.
I got these out of a lake. Motherfucker, I caught them with a lure and a fishing pole. I earned this, motherfuckers.
For real. Oh,
But
shit.
all right, I think that's a good spot to end tonight. I want to thank everyone in the chat who hung in there tonight with us. was a good show. I want to thank Adonis for joining us.
We were the furthest from a pop culture podcast
tonight. Yeah, we sure were.
Yeah.
Tonight, we sure were. We got a little pop culture in there, but not too much. It was
But not allegedly. We got a little bit.
allegedly a little. Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly, but yeah. Guys, if you had fun tonight and this is your first time watching us, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We're here every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. live on YouTube, or you can catch the replay Mondays on any of your podcasting
Or you
platforms.
can just catch us at 9 because we'll still be talking.
Yep. If you're listening to this playback on Monday, you can get us on any of your podcasting platforms. Please leave us a like and a review. Also, remember, we are going to be putting out the Kyle Signature Series No Sir, That's an Incorrect Statement shirts for sale. Probably going to have 2 different designs of those, so get those. We'll let you know when those officially go on sale.
Dude, who doesn't want a shirt with Kyle's face on it?
What else?
I don't think anybody, but
Sunday is going to see the return of Tales from the Spinner Rack, our comic book review show. It is now officially going to be moved to the Absolute Geek YouTube channel, so it's going to be officially Absolute Geek show now. So that
means it can't be fucking dull and boring like it was.
You know,
You've got fucking standards to live up to.
Spice it up. But yeah, I want to thank Adonis again for joining us tonight, guys. For this week's episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast, I'm Matt.
I'm Corona Kyle.
I'm Brian.
I'm Adonis.
Saying whether you believe in Corona or not, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your fucking hands, and share
Don't
your
touch
goddamn.
your face.
Don't touch your face, and share your goddamn toilet paper. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Speed bag Brian's hemorrhoids for $1.
Man pod.
Man pod.
This episode was brought to you by Man Pond. Make sure to put your Man Pond to suck up all